And
Ooh.
here we are. We are ready. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry about the little bit of delay there, a little bit of technical problems, but hopefully that is just very temporary and we have sorted that. So we're excited to be here.
Yay!
I'm excited too.
Alrighty. So how about let's just go around the room and then I will just briefly say what the Stand Store 30-Day Creator Challenge is all about. And then we'll just get into it and just start having a chat and just a general catch up. Does that sound good, ladies?
Perfect.
Amazing. Yes. All right. Who wants to go first for like a little hello and intro?
I'll go first if you like. I don't mind. I'm feeling brave today. Okay, my name's Marie, and I have a meditation channel, Meditation Motivation with Marie. And well, my channel is all about. I had all of this like worked out in my head this morning. Is all about bringing people into a safe space where they can be quiet, where they can connect to themselves again, and also to know that everything that they're looking for externally is already within them. And that is the idea of my meditation channel. So that's me. And it's
beautiful.
This week
and
a great
newly monetized as well, Marie.
Yes, which is exciting. It's exciting. Yes, it is exciting. It is exciting. It's been it's a whirlwind experience, I think, because all of a sudden you feel this bigger obligation, this bigger kind of more perfectionism comes into play, but at the same time it's very exciting as well. And it's kind of a whole new world. It really is. It's something different. I mean, I'm not expecting like thousands of euros or anything like that, and in fact probably if we'll get to 5, that's absolutely fine. But I think it's a little bit of recognition, for the hard work when you put it in. And I think so.
Amazing.
So
amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Sally. Hello. Sally, you're going to have to come on one of these with us one day.
Hi, Sally.
Hi there.
So Sally is in, what part of the States are you in, Sally?
I don't know if I can chat on my phone.
Oh, yes, I think that you could like look for it and then it like makes us go up the top so you can.
I'm going to have a look. Yes, I'm going to have a little play as well. Hi, Sally. I'm just going to say hello just because I can say une del chat, but I'm kind of worried I'm kind of connected to Quentin. Okay. Well, if I don't chat, but I will say hello. What about you, Dad?
Hi. Oh, yes, I'm Jazz. Sorry, I was going to put myself some water.
Oh, sorry. All right. Pernilla, what about you?
Yes. Hi, I'm Pernilla. My channel is Mind on Mind, and I talk a lot about the mind and how we can use it to our advantage. And I share things about like when you change how you think, you change how you feel. And together we explore the endless possibilities change comes. We do exercises together, and I cover topics like overthinking, self-doubts, worries, and things like this. Yeah, that's me.
Nice.
I'm ready now.
Okay, that's good.
Hey guys, so I'm Jazz. On my channel, I speak about traveling, which is my passion, but I talk about a lot more nowadays. My goal is to visit every single country in Africa. And so I've recently started a series where I want to interview one person from each different country of Africa. It will be my way to travel through these countries virtually, until I can actually do that, because it's a long term, a goal. And it's really to show that life doesn't stop at 50. In contrary, the adventure start at 50, and I show you what this world has to offer. And that's essentially what I talk on the channel, and also about my origin, Africa. I want to showcase Africa to the world, and invite you to visit the continent. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
I like the way you talk. I like the way you talk about Africa being so huge. And when people say, "Oh, look, I'm going to Africa," and it's like, well, which part and everything. So I love that you just even, you educate people,
Yeah.
educate us on that.
Yeah.
What about you,
Alrighty.
Karen?
Well,
So,
we're just about YouTube over 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We're about everyone over 40. And let's just have a little talk about, first of all, the Stand Store, and then about we are all doing the a 30-day creator challenge. So super briefly, and look, just before we sort of get into it, the one thing that it would be good just to explain is that, like, obviously, like so many YouTubers, we want to start a small business, like for the future. And so we're just really building in public. We're being open and transparent. And we just thought it would be great, like once a week over the next 4 weeks, just to get together, all of us have a bit of a chin wag about it. So we're like developing digital products. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that. And what it really is about, trying to solve problems for people in our niches. So, this is just us having a conversation in public, really. And we're really interested in what you guys, what you have to say, what your thoughts are, and just, any contribution and signposts that you can give us will be amazing. Does anyone else have anything else to add to that before I quickly cover off what the challenge is about? Yeah. Just because it can be awkward, it can be a little bit awkward when channels start to sort of move into obviously having some free things and some paid things as well. So but it is just a fact of life. So we're just having fun with this whole challenge.
I think it's quite interesting that you say that, Karen, about like when you move into like a more when something moves into monetization or something, then people are going to start paying for it. It is a slight awkward feeling, and you don't really know. Yeah, it can be, and you don't really know how others are going to react. And I think that's definitely been my thing over the last couple of weeks. Nothing quite to do with the Stand Store, obviously, but that kind of feeling, and you're not really sure how people. But I think it is positive. And at the end of the day, like, we're all offering something, and we offer so much for free, and it's okay, I think, to make ourselves feel that we are worthy enough to prepare something, put our time and effort into it, and then charge a small fee for something. I think Pernilla might agree with me on that as well. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And
sorry, that was a bit long.
No, that's okay. And what I wanted to add as well, it's been a while that I wanted to add do a digital product, because on my French channel, I have a lot more subscribers and I'm monetized there. But, that feeling, what you explained, Mary, about, now offering something for money. But the truth is, we see ourselves, since YouTube started, I supported a lot of content creators because they added value to my life with their free videos. I've been on Patreon on so many creators. I bought ebook, e-product, not because I felt coerced to do it, but because these people giving so much value to me that I wanted to give back somehow. So I think what we're doing, creating this product, we're not forcing anyone. It's there available for whoever want to support or want, because the product that we're going to create will bring value. It's something that instead of doing the research, we may be putting it in an ebook for somebody to have it readily available. So we're adding value. And there's always that a little bit of like, when it comes to money, there's always like a feeling, but it's okay. As you said, Mary, we're putting a lot of effort. We're giving a lot for free. It's okay because YouTube is work. So it's okay to have something back, to be paid for a product that we're working on, honestly. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing too is, what? Men aren't apologetic about, starting a business. And you know what I mean? They're not. Like, I love men. I'm not like bashing men or anything like that, but I'm just saying that, with women, we can sort of take on that sort of dimension and all of that. But it's like, I think that this is hopefully, we will be role models for other, creators where they're saying, okay, here are some women like freely talking about making products that are going to hopefully solve problems for people, because that's what it's about. It's not about any kind of vanity, anything, because look, no one's going to buy anything. And we're always going to provide, hopefully we're going to be providing value and solving problems for people. But then there are lots of different levels and different amounts of work that go into different solutions. So yeah, great. We've got that out the way. Hey, Simone. Hello, Vince.
Hi, Vince. Vince is this, I think he's this Italian guy who's got this amazing talent. Bless him. He is so supportive always of me. So
amazing.
And Sally, I just want to say thank you because she left a lovely comment.
Oh, she really did. Yeah, Sally's beautiful. And we want Sally Jessie Raphael to come on. Have you guys seen Sally's impersonations? She's hilarious.
Yes, she's funny.
And the glasses and everything. Like, seriously,
she changes over the glasses. Yeah.
Laugh out loud. I don't easily laugh out loud at things I'll see, but that actually really had me chuckling and really enjoying it. And
she is funny.
Great sense of humor, self-deprecating, all of that.
Yes, she is. She's very funny.
We're into your stuff.
Okay, I just found the channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it on the chat?
oh, Sally.
Yeah,
D's
I didn't know her yet.
Reality.
Sally D's reality. Yeah. She's just such a lovely person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the way, Sally, you talk about the whole kind of smokers, you're not just allowed, you're not allowed anywhere near the building anymore. You can't just go downstairs. You've got to go across the road, down a few streets and down a bank, that is how unpopular, smokers can be. Sort of, very, very funny. I love it.
She is funny.
You're welcome. Oh, she's got a new one coming. Oh, that's good. What other impersonations do you do as well? So just while you're typing that, Stan Store, a platform for entrepreneurs. They've launched a 30-day Stan Store challenge as part of a promotion celebrating its growth and also pairing with Stephen Bartlett from Diary of a CEO. So that is why it is big news. Diary of a CEO. Anyone watching, do you watch Stephen Bartlett on,
yes,
what do they call him? DOAC. Every time they say DOAC, I'm like, who's DOAC? I'm just
CEO,
not getting used to it.
I don't watch him all the time, but I think there are specific interviews that he has done which have been absolutely incredible. But as I said, there are I think it's just because I'm watching him ongoing, but it's just specific people that I'm like, wow, that person really blew my mind. Yeah.
He's putting
out so much content, so it gets like overwhelming almost. It's like, wow.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
And it's long too. They're long videos, aren't they? Sometimes over 2 hours. As he had Simon Sinek on recently. So I've put that for watch later, because you're going to have to really focus in and watch it over 4 sessions or something. And listen, Simon Sinek. Start with why. He's the cute sort of, I don't know, Harvard University professor guy.
Yeah. Okay. He's not an older guy who is like I think he's a psychologist, but very, very wise man. He's about 70 or 80. No, I'm thinking of a different person. It was a different. I think Mel Robbins interviewed him actually. Sorry, I think I've got the wrong person.
Yeah, no, he's the cool Harvard University professor guy. Okay. Yes, he's quite kind of, I don't know, he's probably quite cute, is he? Do you guys think he's a bit cute?
I don't know. Is he cute?
Yes, cute. I think he is cute. Yeah, he's cute. He's cute. Yeah. He looks like James Bond's little brother or something.
Oh, really?
Okay. He looked.
Okay,
he's got that cute James Bond look. If you put the whole thing on and shaken not stirred, you wouldn't blink an eye. Yeah. Nicola, hey Nicola. Oh, yay. Amazing. Perfect timing. Right. So the challenge is free to join. It's all of the month of June, and it offers daily business mentoring. It's a community of participants, and there's prizes, like there's a big $100,000 grand prize. But the challenge aims to help entrepreneurs start or scale their businesses. And the key aspects are it's free to join, daily mentoring, and it's really what it is. It's a one-stop shop. So instead of having an app to start your newsletter, an app for DMs and Instagram, an app for this and an app for that, it's like an all-in-one platform, and yeah, all of that kind of stuff. So we're doing that. It's 4 weeks, and we're at the end of week 1. So we're just going to have a bit of a chat about it. So who wants to kind of like just, fill us in on what the experience has been like this week? Have you done anything, or have you been researching? What's been going on?
Yeah, I've been I'm drinking a lot of coffee because I didn't get any sleep almost, so I'm a little bit
okay.
Tired, bless you.
So yeah. No, but I started to create this ebook that I'm loving it, actually, because it's an idea that I had for a very long time, and I told you about it in the WhatsApp group, and it's about like how to start something when fear holds you back, right? So I'm making this ebook because we all have fears when we want to start something new, whether that be like start a new business, or you want to start a class or a new job, whatever it is. I was so inspired by Stephen when he, the post that he made on the Stan Store page. He said that most people don't start because most people get like because they want to get it perfect, right? So which leads to they don't start. So I was like, yes, that's my idea for a very long time. Like, I want to create this ebook where I sort of teach people how to go from where they are today, they want to start something, to actually start. So I'll be covering, the typical fears, fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of imperfection. So I've been very busy like writing this ebook, and super excited because it's something that's like very dear to me, to my heart, and I'm very passionate about this. So and also I've been building GPT, so I'm also in that process, and connected to this, this ebook that I'm creating. So I've been busy. What about you guys?
What is that? What is building a GPT? I've heard you talk about that before, and I don't know what that is.
Well, it's like I'm building. It's sort of it's an like AI assistant, you could say, and I'm putting all my content, all my exercises in this GPT. So you will be able to find exercises, in my case, for like your current needs. For example, if you're stuck in overthinking something, or you want to start something, you can just ask the GPT to like give me an exercise that will help me to get through this. So it will offer an exercise like based on my content, like what I'm offering. It's very it's quite interesting to be able to like offer this as well. It's like I see it like it's sort of an app. It's like an app.
Oh yeah, Chat GPT. Yep.
Yeah, where you can just exactly.
But you've got the paid one. You've got the Pro or something.
Yeah.
So that's it. So that must enable you to really load stuff up, because I use the free one, and if I put a transcript of a video in there and say, can you tell me if there is a digital product like a like a little freebie or something, like a little giveaway with this, like it literally cannot handle 20 minutes of transcript of a video, but it can handle 10 minutes plus 10 minutes, but that's just a bit annoying. So I guess if I want to do that, I would need to get the paid one so it can handle more data.
Probably, yes. Yeah.
Input for me. Yeah. Interesting. So have you finished that, Pernilla? Your ebook?
No. I'm still like uploading everything and getting it like, getting
Is it quite a long process going through? Is it quite a long process, like doing it all?
No, actually, it's not. I mean, because if you have everything already like written, and you can just upload.
Okay.
I think I've uploaded like 10 videos or something,
Okay.
because I used this website where I put the URL from my YouTube video, and then it just give me all the text.
Okay.
Then I upload it in ChatGPT.
Okay, that seems quite easy. Yeah, well, it seems quite easy. I'm not a tech, not tech savvy, but yes,
it's not complicated at all.
Is that the same as getting the transcript? Because you can go click get transcript and then copy, but then that does have the timestamps on it, so that's a bit annoying.
Exactly.
But your one removes it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's free. Yeah. Amazing. How many pages do you think it's going to be? Like your ebook, do you know?
My ebook now it has like 13 pages, but I mean it's very like the text is very easy to read, and it's not very long,
Excuse me.
with the spaces and everything. So I want it to be very simple and easy to read and easy to understand at first sight. So
nice.
Did you add pictures to it? Do you have like images to illustrate on the?
Yeah, I have some images
as well. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe like when I'm offering this ebook, also because the cool thing about the GPT that I'm building is that later I can give the link to this GPT to the customer. So let's say if they buy the ebook, maybe I can offer this as well, like to sort of when they need to do exercises, maybe they want to do it on the phone, or so they can have that as well. So they can just enter my GPT and just do exercises and
wow,
that's brilliant. It's really good.
That sounds pretty fancy. They can enter your GPT. That's fancy. Oh,
only the customers that has the link can enter. Yeah.
And that gives them that extra bonus, doesn't it? That gives them an extra special thing. I think you're offering a little bit more than just your ebook, which I think people will appreciate. No?
Exactly. Yeah. And more like when time goes on, I mean, it's going to be better and better because you're just throwing more and more information in there, and
So it seems like a bit like an app, no? Like like apps, people are constantly like upgrading the apps. When you've got an app like a fitness app, it sounds very similar.
Exactly. Yeah. But I can do it. It's not very. I mean, there are you can build apps with no coding programs, but they are still like they're not very reliable. Or maybe now I haven't done it for 1 year or something, because I started with an app, an overthinking app.
Wow. I don't think there is an overthinking app out there. There are so many apps meditation for overthinking. No.
There is now. When I started doing this, I couldn't find any, but now there is one.
Yeah, really? Well, one. It's okay.
Or
One's
maybe
good.
for sure, like because there are some apps like psychologists and things like this. But especially for overthinking, I just found one at the moment.
Okay, but that's okay, because I feel like you're probably your perspectives are always going to be very different anyway. No, and so I think everybody's but I think it's good. I mean, just having one sort of competitor, as it were, in the market is very little, very few.
And it's so cool that you can build it. I mean, we can all do it. It's not like I said.
I have no idea. When you talk about building an app, I'm like, that sounds like going to the moon or something. I'm just it's not so far away from me, but but I know that you can do it, so I'm like, it's okay. I know someone who can do it.
We do. We know to phone
the no code. It's called no code tools. Otherwise, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Of course. Yeah. Hey, Simone is just putting some interesting bits of conversation in, just sort of, asking about like, would it be tough to come up with an original niche or an idea, like for the Stand Store Challenge? So I was just saying, like, I mean, that she has a niche already, which is her art, and she produces beautiful pictures, and she's actually got quite a unique channel there, actually, I think, Simone, because you come up with things that I haven't seen on other channels, and like they're things that you feel really deeply about it, or they'll be like a dream that you've had and you've drawn the picture and you're sort of talking through the story and things. So people really connect. Yeah. So she's just saying, and I'm saying, well, but what is an original niche? Because I don't think anyone's got an original niche, do they?
No, and
is there any original niches out there, like to stand out in the competition?
You don't have to be original, because as you said, Marie, you have your own perspective, and that's what makes you original, right? So
yeah, no, totally. With meditation, for example, I mean, if you go on to, if you look for meditation on YouTube, there are lots and lots of, there are a few big channels, and then there are lots of small people. And I think in the case of meditation, people like a voice, and they like a certain voice, or I don't know, I have about 4 or 5 people that I like to listen to for meditation. I don't just have one person. I don't think meditation listeners are always very loyal. I think we kind of, as a meditation listener, we go from person to person that we like, or the meditation that appeals most that day, and things like that. So in your case, I think it's very different, because you'll have a different perspective, and maybe a person will come straight to you because they like your perspective and they agree with how you work, Sorry, that was a bit of a rant.
Nice.
Anyway.
Nice. Yeah, and Nicola, hello. Hey, Kelly. Kelly's woken up super early, 4:30 a.m.
Hi, Kelly.
It happens. And Nicola's saying that she's working on a recipe blog. Well, you know what? That's exactly right. Like one of the tips and not that I'm an expert, because I'm literally just researching it this week, but something that really helped me is, what's useful for you? Do you have any kind of template, that you use that helps you, like, solve problems? Like, if that's useful for you, that's going to be useful for someone else. And just sort of like, what would solve a problem, save someone time, money, effort, all of that. So it's like, I think every niche, like if you're an artist, and the other thing too is, and do not quote me, because I promise you, I'm just no expert. I don't have any digital products. But one of the things I found quite interesting is that if you are really, really unsure, go and check out your niche, like, their emailing list and their digital products, because that just tells you what, like, that creator, especially if they're a big creator, they know that this style of like self-help list here, and here's like, your grab and go art bag when you go away for a weekend. You know what I mean? It's like the capsule wardrobe when, you know what I mean? Like when you're traveling and all of that. Like, people want to know, what should I take? What's a good bag to use?
Exactly.
And like Emmy's got that amazing one this week of her, what is it, all her gear bag, that Amazon bag that stands up. I was just fascinated about that. I don't know if you've seen her, the #1 ladies club this week. So she's literally said, like, instead of putting your stuff somewhere safe and you forget where you put your headphones and blah, 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 she's got this Amazon bag, and it stands up, and it's got all these little pockets, and you can just see right down into it. And, but that kind of thing, like, yeah, go and see what other big creators, what sort of digital products they're making.
True, can be inspired, but I think other people around you who are doing the same are probably going to inspire you much more, I think.
Yeah. If I may, the way I've done mine is, Karen, when you offered, you spoke about the challenge, I was like, okay, how to jump on, because I wanted for so long to do like a digital product, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing also I shared just before we came live is like, YouTube, I know it's a big thing is here, but YouTube, a lot of things can happen. Some people get the channel deleted. And I think it's important to have like a database of your audience, of the people. With maybe I wanted to create for a long time a lead magnet, offering like a free product, something. I created a poem for my friend channel talking about Africa. And I've did that on Canva, but I haven't yet, finalize it as a way to, have a connection with my audience outside of YouTube. If anything happened, I want to make sure that I still have that connection with my audience. And
Yeah.
so I'm working on that lead magnet. I think it's gonna be the poem for my friend channel and a mini ebook, certainly for this one. I thought about something about 7 signs it's not too late to start over. There's many, but the way I did it is, ChatGPT and I, we have a very big relationship. It's like my best friend,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he knows me so well. So I went on and I say, I don't know how I prompted it, but like with everything we've been talking about and looking at my channel, I want to do a lead magnet. I want to do a digital product. What can I do? What product can I create? It came with an amazing list that I
Oh,
just have. Honestly, there's so many lead magnet I can create, and the
Yeah.
ideas are so great, and e-product as well. So I'm still in the research phase, but after having that conversation with ChatGPT, I'm now clear on what I want to do. And I'm happy for the challenge because it gives me like accountability, just also to come and talk with you guys, see where we're at. And I think all of us on YouTube should have a way to connect with our audience outside of YouTube. Mainly if we want to sell a product, which is nothing wrong with that. It's nice to have that mailing list when there's something new, or to keep in touch with our audience. And yeah, but yes, it's still new because I'm still really researching exactly how I want to do them. But I'm happy that I'm on the trois. I'm on that challenge. Yes.
Yes. But you are
Yeah.
I
so
think
right.
the
We talked about this, Karen, last time. You don't own anything. Like your mailing list, you own it, right? So
Yes.
whatever happens, you still have it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we saw with TikTok, didn't we?
I
Like,
know.
just like that.
Exactly. You can
Yep.
just lose it like that.
Lights out in 48 hours, people.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it happens a lot on YouTube now, where a lot of channels get deleted. Because if you don't
oh,
read the updates on the guidelines, and you may be talking about something that's, I mean, I don't think for our channels, but you never know. And then your
yeah,
channel get deleted, it's your whole work that's lost.
yeah,
yeah,
And
yeah.
but if you have like people that have a blog, I see a lot of people with a blog with their videos, and it's another way that you own that blog, where you can always keep in touch and continue your work there,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if something happened on YouTube. Finger crossed nothing happened, but we have to plan.
True. The emailing list is a fantastic idea. In fact, the only that I have to say, like with this whole challenge, I've been so involved in everything this week that I'm doing. But the one thing that I think I'd love to do is have an emailing list, and to perhaps send out a newsletter, because I
Yeah.
feel like
Yes.
somehow or another I could connect, because a lot of the people who watch my videos are public people. So I don't always have, apart from the people that comment who are lovely, but a lot of people don't comment, and I think it's just because they'll kind of put the meditation on TV. So I thought, if I have a newsletter, like it just gives a way to connect with everybody as well on a little bit more of a personal level too. To say
Definitely.
I'm a person behind the screen. I promise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a bot. I'm not a bot.
No. And
What about
Nicola,
you,
can
Karen? I'm
you see?
excited to hear about yours.
Yeah, I just was thinking about, look, Nicola has put a nice comment about what you've just mentioned, Jace.
Yeah. Thank you, Nicola. Exactly.
That's it.
I am careful too. And so, I'm sorry, Karen. I've seen people doing something like they create a second channel where they upload all their videos but keep it private. The channel is not live. Just in case something happened, they can restart that channel and all the videos are there. But it takes time though, but to do that, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And then would YouTube know that you've gone and put a video on the same video on 2 channels, even though one is made private? You know, are they going to not like that? You know how they don't like you to repeat videos, but I guess that's just when they're public. But that would still make me a little bit nervous because the all-seeing eye. YouTube is my takeoff platform, but blogs in my own space. Totally right. And, you know, that's the personal stuff too, isn't it, Nicola? Like, is your channel, Nicola, because I've just seen, I think, one of your recipe ones, I think, but are you a faceless channel? Because, you know, you've got it pointed towards your cooking. So I think, you know, especially if people are faceless, but it is nice. It's nice to have that personal touch and just to be, you know, yeah. Oh, Marie, something's happening with you, that yours is coming out a few times for some, your comment is coming out. Oh, your comment is repeating.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Yes, I'll tell you why, because I've just realised how I can comment on my phone, and I was trying to say hi to everyone. I'm on my phone. It's very difficult to comment, and I probably done it 20 times. That's kind of
no, but that was happening. That was happening yesterday with someone else. So
it's so very difficult on your phone to comment because one, I'm just really oh my god, I can't think of the word in English. I've got the word in Spanish, but I haven't got it in English.
Say the Spanish word, and someone will know it.
Yeah.
Torpe, like muy torpe, like kind of not awkward, if not like a bit clumsy. Clumsy is the word I was looking for.
Clumsy.
Torpe, yeah, torpe. You probably pronounce much better than I do. I still have a very English accent with my Spanish. And Jazz, torpe, clumsy. New word.
Yeah, I've just registered this one. Torpe. New. I'm learning Spanish
because I know you want to learn Spanish.
Yes, so yeah. Oh, Nicola is saying, finding courage to do a live soon.
Amazing. Yep, cool. That's great. So will your live, Nicola,
will
you be cooking? Like that's a really, hopefully it'll be a nice, easy way, you know, for you to do a live as well. But then you're going to have to you're doing your cooking, and then people are going to be chatting as well. So you're kind of going to be doing that.
I know someone who does that. Do you know Janine's, what's her name? Her channel, Janine something, her channel, and she's a cooking channel. And she does cooking all the time, and she's got her camera set up, and she talks to people, and she cooks. And it's really, I can't remember what her channel is, Janine something. And she does that all the time. She does lives as well as just, you know, filming.
Wow.
Which is cool.
Amazing.
So what about you, Karen, this week on this challenge? Like, what have you come up with? I'm excited to hear it.
Right. So I've got an ebook. I thought, you know, do you have to have some basic things like how, we're talking about people who have not got a channel, which is I think everyone who's on our chat has got a channel. So, you know, for me, YouTube over 40, trying to get people who don't have a channel. And obviously I'm going to always talk to people I don't know, just keep on providing encouragement and some tips and things like that. Hopefully that'll help. But I thought, do I need to kind of have one of those how to actually open a YouTube channel? Because I've seen that Rob the Maritimer and a lot of the big guys and girls, they seem to have that. But I have to say, when I went to a big YouTuber's channel to sort of see, what kind of digital products do they have? And one of them obviously was how to start a YouTube channel. And in my mind, I was and I looked at it and I thought, it's great because it's all you don't have to Google it. You can actually just look at this. It's all checklist and it's all good. But then I thought, what about how to never start a YouTube channel? It's a little bit tongue in cheek, you know, this is if you're doing these things, you ain't never going to start. You know what I mean? Something a little bit fun, which probably sort of suits my channel being a bit quirky sometimes as well. So I quite enjoyed that because I thought it's got the word how to never, you know, or how, the word crossed out and stuff. So I just kind of thought, that just is a bit fun and just similar to what you're saying, Pernilla, one page and just, you know, not too much text on it, and the messages on that one page, and then the next page is actually, I think, my next chapter, and then the next page is my next chapter, and things like that, and just sort of have it short and punchy. So enjoying playing around with that. And the other thing too is I've also just kind of done a fake upload on a community, like the community thing. So I've noticed that Reva Reveals has got a Stan community. And the interesting thing about that is it's a paid community, like straight into paid, which I thought was interesting, because like school as a creator, like you paid $99 a month, right? And it's free for everyone. It is 99 US a month. They have a pretty wicked referral program that if you sign up, let's say, like if people use your referral for like, let's say 5 or 6 people, the amount that you get, like $20 or 15 or $20 per month, that then pays for your school. So you know what I mean? So all these school, like Alexa's got a school community, and then obviously she's got the referral thing underneath. But then it's free for people. But then, you know what? You know, I just thought, well, you know, who knows whether you would do $1.99 a month or something like that. Or, you know, you might say it's $3.99 a month to join your community. And obviously you'd need to have things in there that are worth people, because it's a monthly thing. They can just stop if they don't like it. But then maybe have an opening special of like $1.99. So I've actually just been uploading little dummy things, going through the mechanics of shoving a photo of myself, putting in like a little description, just to kind of play with, are these the 3 or 4 things I might want to have? So I thought the community, and a lead magnet for emailing list, like a newsletter, and the ebook. You know what I mean? So it's quite fun actually having a little look at, you know, like, oh, there's like 2 or 3 things in my little lemonade stand.
Yeah. Erin, did you make like challenges in there as well? Like in the ebook? Do you have like, oh, the challenge for, you know?
No, I literally have got things like, I mean, one chapter, like, why would people not, you know, what stops people? One of the chapters, I had started to call it something like, you know, you want to wait until you get a better house. You know what I mean? Because that's a really big one for people, right? Like you've got people in your house, so you don't have a little corner that you can just, you know, on a whim. But then guess what? I literally thought, and look, truly, I'm saying this because my house is actually really quite unattractive. So, you know, like I really get this. Like I'm actually across the road in my brother-in-law's house because there's so many people in my house, and actually we're just selling our house. It's not a good house. So anyway, I know what that's like. But then I renamed that chapter, Your House is Ugly. You know what I mean? Just, and then put a whole bunch of stuff. And there's clutter and there's people and there's, you know, all this stuff. So I'm just trying to have something. I'm trying to have a bit of fun with it. You know what I mean? Just call it what it is. Like some people would think, oh my God, my house is ugly because you see all these.
Oh my God, that's probably one of the first things, Karen. Like when I remember when I first started my channel, like I was just like, oh my God, how am I going to show my house?
I know.
I'm like, how am I show my house? Because
I know I don't have all this depth behind me. Like literally, I'm at my brother-in-law's house. You know what I mean? Like he lives across the road from me. So I'm like, oh, can I just use one of your rooms? And you know, so now I look like I've got this little, you know, simple little room and stuff. But I don't have space like that, and there's just too many people, and you know all of that at my house. So, you know, I'm just having fun. Yeah.
You can always. My camera is like that. So in that corner.
Yeah, we're going for the corner. I know. But then you need to find an attractive corner. I literally said to my husband, this is a horrible house. I don't even have a nice corner.
I think that is such a wonderful idea. You will literally resonate with everybody and anybody who wants to start YouTube. Because I swear, I have put my camera in every single place in my home, like literally, like finding that spot. Do you know what I mean? Because there are spots that are nice, but only spots. Like not all of it together. You know, so that is so cool. I love it.
Or or you've moved some furniture away from there, but now it's a bit scraped. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, oh, okay. Do I have time to paint that and blah blah blah? No, I don't.
Oh my God, I love that idea. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah, and do you know what else too? That could actually be a good idea. Like, and this would be actually you've got to do some work for it. So I would have to do some work for it, but doing a little before and after, like actual real, not just kind of all these like what Peter was saying the other night on the live with the American girls, where he said, oh my God, people are going, how to do your thing on $1,000 budget. It's like, that's not realistic, you know. No. People are looking just to buy a lamp from Kmart or something, you know, like, or Kohl's or something. But yeah, but if I did something where I go, here's an unattractive area, and this is a little simple way that you can do it, and how get a bit of depth
Totally.
by putting cinematic on your phone, and just actual real little things like that. Like even if I came up with 5 ideas that were real and I took a before and after picture, that could be worth at least 99 cents.
Yeah,
that is gold, Karen. That is
Well,
gold.
that could
Because
be
if
my,
I
yeah,
knew how
that's it.
it's
That's it.
gold.
That could just be the freebie into like a newsletter, you know, because
Yeah.
people could unsubscribe from a newsletter. Of course they can, but you know, that kind of thing is like that. People might just think, okay, what is 5 ideas like that don't cost anything, and someone's actually done some work. You know what I mean? To try and
Yeah.
like that, you are forced to do work. You're not just pulling images off something like we all do, you know, but you actually going, well, here's a wall that I could use, but actually blah, blah, blah. So then I just got a drop cloth or something like that, you know?
Those are great ideas. And
I
you know,
think
when
it's brilliant. It's literally gold, because like that you were saying about the cinematic thing, I've got no idea like on my phone like how to start using a cinematic thing, and I'm honestly like quite scared of the whole camera setup thing. I have no idea. So like if I'd have found yours before on like what to use to make like an area with a green plant look better, I would have jumped on it, you know?
Totally. Yeah. Well, I haven't done that yet because at the moment I'm cheating. I'm just using my brother-in-law's spare bedroom. But you know, we've got the idea.
Oh, brilliant.
And what about you, Marie? What are you up to with your?
I'm very, very busy trying to. I felt very inspired by Jazz actually, because about a week ago, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe a few days ago, you put up a schedule for how your new schedule is going to be. And so for me, like coming away from, I suppose, the Stan a little bit, I'm more focused on finding a schedule that works for me, and obviously for the people who are watching, trying not to get burnt out, and just trying to work out how to do it all. And I don't know, I think the work-life balance thing, this balance, trying to figure that out at the moment, because I work from home. So I work from home in the morning. I'm up at 6:30, so I have a little bit of time in the morning before I have class. So it's kind of a very busy, like for me, I'm working the whole day, like probably from 6:30 until could be 8:30, depending on the class that I've got in the evening. So any spare moments I get during that day, then I spend on meditation videos and doing them. So it can take me literally a whole day to do video, take me a whole day, obviously, to work as well. So I'm just trying to find that balance right now, and also find a schedule that works, that I think, you know, just trying to work it out basically. But good, very happy.
Totally.
Yeah, trying to find something that works. So that's me right now. And obviously with the emailing list in the background and the newsletter, thoughts of the newsletter as well, I have it there. I have to do one thing at a time, because otherwise I just get very overwhelmed and then I'll do nothing, and that's kind of what happens to my brain. Totally. But yeah,
well, it's an interesting one too, because I guess for me that's the reason why, you know, I'm just focusing on YouTube, but then I wonder whether I should have one other thing as well, you know, just in case something did happen to YouTube. But you know what I mean? It's like I've tried doing 3 or 4 platforms at once, and nothing, you know, really grabbed.
It's interesting you say that. I was talking, sorry, Pernilla, I was thinking this morning about Instagram, and I was thinking about this morning because I have 3 accounts on Instagram. No, I have 4. I have a 4th one. I don't know. I have one for like my English classes, and one for I have one which is decoration and loads of reels I made. It's just a really fun Instagram page. And then I have one which is all my poetry, where I have a really big following. Well, I think it's a big following for just a normal person anyway. And I was just like, what if I try and advertise on Instagram? I'm like, I don't think I can do those both things at the same time. How do you manage 2 platforms? Like, I honestly don't know if my brain will go that far.
You're doing it though, aren't you? You've got your business one.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably why it's enough. Yeah.
And then you've got a fun one, and then the other one is your poetry.
I don't write poetry anymore. It's such a shame. It was so beautiful in its moment. I think it was part of a journey that I've been on, that I'm still on. And it was part of that to kind of get to where I am now. Does that make any sense? I kind of went through all these stages, writing a book, doing this and doing that, until I finally got to YouTube. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah. But yeah, like you were saying about juggling. Sorry, Pernilla, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just I was thinking when you were speaking, because you talk about newsletters. I mean, you have so much content, and if like to make it easy for you, you can do what I said, like you download the whole video in text, and then you just put it in GPT, and you like make your newsletters from your videos, because your video it's all already there, so you already have like the text for it, let's say. And yeah, I mean,
oh wow,
yeah.
That sounds easy. That sounds too easy.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna sit there and like, okay, I have to make this amazing newsletter, and you're not gonna do it.
Like my brain's not gonna work. No, it's not gonna work.
You have so much content, like you have so much. Yeah. So
I'm trying to find the people, I do it for me. I think I was talking to Jazz about this. Like, we make content. Obviously, you make content for an audience, at a certain point, but you also make content for yourself. And I think it's important to have that balance. Like quite a few of my meditations, I've made them because I felt very inspired by you guys, or felt inspired for something that's happening, especially the pause. I think it was a sit with me or the pause one that I did. I felt very inspired by, I think it was particularly Karen and Jazz, because of the retreat, and something that Karen did when you made that video, Karen, that lovely video. That beautiful video you made when you, where you were. You know the one I mean, when you were talking about your mum and everything.
Oh, yes, on the beach.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful video. And that day I just felt so inspired about how taking a step back, pausing. And that's why I made that video. So trying to find that mix of, trying to find that like balance as well. I don't know why I started talking about that now, but Pernilla, I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
Completely forgotten. Sorry. I went round. I don't know why I came to that. But anyway. But yeah, Pernilla, that's a brilliant idea. And when I come to it, I shall be asking you exactly how to do that one. Exactly. Such a good idea.
It's amazing. You can just put it everything in one folder, so you have everything there. Just you name it like my newsletters, and you tell the GPT what you want it to do. So yeah, you have so much. Yeah, and it's be like, it's not a headache, it's fun to do, because
it's fun. No, exactly. Yeah. It sounds exciting. That sounds really exciting. Thank you. I know you said you had lots of ideas. I'm not excited by it.
You know what, we seriously want this week off, so that we can like just sit there and hammer away and get the ideas and have a play. Do you know something? I never knew this. I've been looking up so many videos how to make an ebook on Canva. Because I'm thinking, I'm looking at Canva, I'm clicking the ebooks, and it's like giving these templated book covers, and some of them have got the multi-pages and all of that kind of stuff. And do you know what else too? Are you guys on your ebooks doing, like, I've seen some people want a contents page and an introduction page and all this stuff before you even get to chapter 1. And I'm like, really? I don't know. Like, that just sounds like padding to me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we can all come up with that stuff, but don't you just want to like open up the book? I mean, it's just a PDF. So the interesting thing is, I kept on thinking, okay, I've got my text now, copy, and I'm floating around in Canva, and I'm looking for the place that I can just go paste. And I just couldn't find that. And I watched another video, and I was walking around the supermarket listening to videos, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly someone says, you do lots of copying and pasting page by page. There's no way in Canva you can just drop a whole bunch of text. It doesn't work like that. You're copying, you're pasting, you're playing with the thing. And then I suddenly go, okay, that makes sense to me now. I get it. So, once I sort of got that, and you've got like set up your thing, but I just kind of thought it was like a simple, like, people go make an ebook in an hour. Actually, to be honest, I did play with some of those little booky things, and they were just a bit cheap and nasty and a bit like, I don't know, they weirded me out. So I thought, I'm just going to go to Canva, like, I
That
don't
would
know.
be a great idea of video for you to do as well, Karen, because it's not easy.
It's not easy, no.
Same.
And
Even
a
just
lot of
like,
those videos have got so many views, like
yeah,
18,000, 30,000, 100,000. They're a year-old videos. And I think, like people do want to know, okay, I've got Canva, now what?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I
Alright.
took a template as well. Like I just took one that I really liked, with like that resonated with me with the colors and everything. And then I did what you said. I did the from the video, all the text that I told you about earlier. And then I told ChatGPT to put like the outline and how it's going to be. So I did that, like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Right. In
So
Canva?
Okay.
Was it in Canva? Did you do yours in Canva?
yeah, in Canva.
Yeah.
So if I already had the text in ChatGPT, so it like, okay, so for instance, fear of failure. No, that was the first one that I did. So I had like fear of failure, and then I had a short like description. So I copy it, paste it, and then I like scroll down, copy, paste. So yeah, it's a lot of copy and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The struggle that I had when I was trying to do an ebook is like, we forget like an ebook. I was trying to put too much information. Like, so the copy and paste wouldn't, be on that page alone. There was too much. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to learn, even like the copy and paste. How many words can you put on that page, etc. And yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And also to find like because you don't want to overwhelm people. That's like less is more, right? But
Yes,
you want to have
exactly.
you want to have the maximum value in this short text.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, okay, am I providing like value enough for this like short text? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
almost like making a YouTube video. It's like that hook, isn't it, that they talk about? Like, I don't know the hook. Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
what makes you, when you read an article, like when you read any article, like we don't read that many articles now, but if you read an article on the internet or something, because I prepare a lot of classes and stuff, one of the things I look for articles. So if it gets you in the first few sentences, then that's it. You continue reading. If not, you just kind of bypass it.
yeah. That's a great
I'm
point, actually,
telling all
Mary.
these ladies, I'm telling everyone that if they want to come onto a live one day, they should just sing out to us.
Yes,
because,
totally. Hi everyone. I can't message because I'm on my phone and it's just too complicated. Sorry,
Yeah.
but I just want to say hello. It's just kind of like this kind of thing, and the buttons are very small. I don't have an iPhone. I have a Samsung, which is great, but it's like I'm a bit clumsy. So yeah, I don't know what I might send through there. Don't want to risk it.
torpe.
Torpe, exactly. Me torpe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Own it, Marie.
I am clumsy to a T.
I know you are. I know. And
I am.
The other thing too is that I've just been like really, really intrigued by, I want my PDF or the ebook. Like that's the other thing too. I'm like, oh, that's all an ebook is. It's just a PDF. So then I'm going, okay, like all of this. But then the other thing too is that because I love do you just love these little modern books? And like every now and then you'll pick up a book, like let's say, I don't know, bookstore or the library or something, and it'll just be typeset in a different way. And there'll be something about it that makes you think, oh gosh, this is someone's thought of how to set up a book. And I guess one of the common ways I've seen is the small little books, like what we're talking about, like, you just put the whole kind of chapter, if you like, or whatever, on one page or something. And you just keep it nice and simple, like I don't know. But that's been fascinating me too, trying to like look up and try and get sort of some idea of what are the modern ways of setting out little pages so that it doesn't look like a Mary Kay Cosmetics newsletter, And I think of that example because I've been watching Melissa McCarthy in that spy movie last night. And have you guys seen that movie that she's in, that spy movie, Melissa McCarthy?
Yes, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. And she wanted to be this like sexy kind of, James Bond, like it girl, but she gets called like Carol Jenkins or something. And, who is it? someone, Janie, who's that? I forget, the West Wing lady, but she just goes, "No, you're Carol Jenkins," and she
Yes.
goes, you know, you're the number one seller for Mary Kay Cosmetics and everything, and yeah. So I'm trying not to have a Mary Kay Cosmetics style of newsletter. You know what I mean, or ebook or something.
Yeah.
It's certainly more food for thought. I must say, like, having this conversation has definitely given me a lot of food for thought and ideas. Thank you. It's interesting. It's like you're saying, and I don't know if I should admit this, but like you were saying, like an ebook. I know what an ebook is, but basically an ebook is a PDF. Like if you'd have told me, that sounds interesting to me because I know what a PDF is. And like an ebook, yes, I know what it is, but I haven't had that much experience with ebooks.
Neither have
but
I.
PDF
Neither have I.
every day.
Definitely. Well, I can tell you right now that Alexa Saranoia, like her ebook about how to start a YouTube channel, like that's probably one of the ones I looked at. So it's like, let's say 10 pages, and it's literally just opening up a Word document with 10 pages, or you've saved it as a PDF or something, and she's put graphics on the thing. And I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. But then
I can do that.
We can do that. Yep. And Canva, you just go download as a, I don't know, JPEG or a PNG or whatever they say. But the other thing too is I went to some of these like make a free ebook, and I, you know, it would come up with something, and they had kind of like a page turning. Like I'm just thinking, oh, that's just annoying. And it was all just annoying, you know, but I thought no one needs that. You just want to like scroll. That's what we used to, scrolling up, you know. But that's as simple as that, an ebook.
And you know, coming back to the Mary, what you wanted to do, the newsletter. Do you receive any newsletter from any content creator? What I like is when you open the email, you kind of in just one look have an overview of what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Some are so well made. Like there's a picture that talks and says a lot already. And then there's like in bold what they're trying to convey. So you don't have to spend hours trying to read it. And, you know, that's what I'm trying to get at, because I know that I would just put way too much information overload. And I usually keep these newsletter to kind of like have it as example as well of, okay, when they open the page, they're not overwhelmed because we have so much to do, you know, and information overload. So it really needs to be something where they're like in a glance, oh, okay, yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. And it's true that images say so much. Yes.
Yeah.
Days, do you do like, are you going to have like a bulk, are you going to have maybe, I don't know, for 1 month, 2 months before you start doing it so you don't get overwhelmed? You know what I mean? Like prepared already, or have you thought about that?
Like when we would go live? Do you mean going live?
I mean for the newsletters. Like,
are you? I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, are you going to prepare like several newsletters?
Yes, good idea.
Beforehand?
Absolutely. Yes.
Everybody write that down. I'm writing that down. Yes, it's a good idea. Like every Monday or something.
Otherwise, it gets overwhelmed, and then you can't even remember. Hey, Sarah. Sorry, it's a friend.
Hello.
Hi there.
Yeah,
so many lovely
have to do that in advance. Otherwise,
right?
There's so much to do on YouTube that that's another added product that you have to work with. And yes, I would like for the month certainly. And also, would you do like a monthly newsletter? What would you do, Mary?
I quite like the idea of, like you were just saying about a monthly newsletter. So like my brain's kind of going at the same time, thinking like each month could be, maybe you'd send out a newsletter. In my case, I don't know, it's just something just came to me, a newsletter at the beginning of the month where my meditations would be focused on this specific month, depending on the time of the year or something. And perhaps that could give people an insight into what to expect as far as meditations go. I don't know, it just came to me. I'm going to write it down because I will forget it. Like that, but that was a really nice thought. Is that a good one? I don't know.
It is.
Monthly newspaper. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to write it down because I would just.
What was your thought? What was your thought? Did you say? I was like writing some.
Like Jeff was saying, like monthly or weekly newsletters, and I was just thinking, like, if it's monthly, then to, like in my case, meditation, perhaps have a focus for that month, and inform all the people who are on my channel, like, this is what we're going to be focusing on this month because it's April. Let's focus on spring. Let's focus on renewal. And, you know, we're going to, you know, we're the change from winter and things, because it's, you know, I really suffer from like the change from, you know, winter to spring. So that seems like a really good idea for me. Anyway, I'm just writing it down because
it's a fantastic idea, Mary. You know, have like a monthly theme focus on
exactly. Would make it a bit more fun.
Yeah, you know, this month we're working on. I love that.
Exactly. Yeah. No, because I you know, I do look a lot on YouTube at other creators, and I have a look to see what they're doing, and I don't see anything very specific on there to like other meditation channels. I don't see a meditation channel that is very, very personal. I see a lot of impersonal meditation channels, but I don't know. I'm not in their meditation channels, but do you know what I mean? I see a lot of more impersonal ones. So maybe a more personal one people would appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Do you mean no, you go, Pernilla.
Theme? Oh, sorry.
No,
Sorry,
you
Karen.
go, darling. You go.
No, I said sit with me. You know that theme? I mean,
yeah.
And that there, just with that one, you have so many newsletters.
If I let Pernilla loose, I know she's going to do it for me. I know she. I know. She's excited.
I would love to help you. I'd love to help you, Mary.
I'd love you to help me, honestly, because I feel like I could do with a bit of help. I'll pop on over to Sweden. I'll be there.
Do you know? So in terms of like big creator, what about Tim Ferriss? Like, have you guys ever subscribed to his newsletter? He does something I think called a 5-bullet Friday. Tim Ferriss. Oh. He's like, you know, he's the big guru guy. He's the 4-hour work week and the 4-hour body or whatever.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I know. I have his books. Yeah.
Yes, he's like all the standing on the, like, he's just big, huge. But he like does a 5-bullet Friday. And so when you open his up, he's literally got, here are the 5 things that have like caught my attention this week. And he'll like mention a book. He'll mention like maybe he might have discovered a new creator, or he might have discovered a new product that he's just really, really loving, or something like that, or a conversation that he's had. So like for someone, I quite like that idea. Like obviously, you know, one wouldn't call it 5-bullet Friday, but I quite like the fact that he's just quite succinct about that. And also, what about Film Booth? Are you guys on Ed Lawrenson? Is that his name? On the Film Booth guy? So I'm on his newsletter.
Nope.
So what I'm noticing on these newsletters is that they are just, this is something really like to get in my mind, that they're open up. Like people, like when I guess that's what they mean when they say you can track if people are opening. I think that just means if they click on your email because they know it's a newsletter in there. But I've noticed that they have lots of white space, like they've almost got a line and it's quite short text. And I'll have to I'll have to forward it to you guys or put it in the group or something, because these really big YouTubers, the format of their newsletters, like they're onto something, right? Like they have researched how to get people to, you know, more easily like read their stuff. So they're quite short sentences, double spacing. I've noticed that pretty much on like all of the newsletters I think that I've got. Like they're not just words. It's a short sentence and then a double space, short sentence, double space.
Exactly. And that's good for the ebook as well, I think, Karen. I think it's
to have the white space. Yeah.
And like you said, Grace, like we are so overwhelmed by information. So this is like great psychology to have, so you don't get overwhelmed and you can just, you know, concentrate on that phrase, and then your mind goes to the next one. So it's not like overload.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yeah.
People, it's almost like, is this digestible enough that people like will read it while they're having their coffee or a quick break at work or something, right? Where they're not thinking, oh, this is going to be some mental work to do. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
There are certain channels I'm not watching when I just don't have the headspace for like something deep and meaningful, like, you know, right? But then you watch something light. Yeah.
What about you, Jazz? Do you want to do a newsletter? You are going to do a newsletter.
Definitely. Yes. I think I'm planning my sabbatical. It was supposed to be starting now in June. It's a little bit postponed because of life happening. And I think that will be a great way to start my newsletter to tell
Wow.
people where I'm going to be, in which
Yeah,
country they can find me, for them to follow along the adventure. I think that would be a great, fun way to start that newsletter, and and
I love
launch also the lead magnet and the digital product. Yeah,
That's
but
exciting. And
yeah,
bullet points. I love that. Like Karen was saying, bullet points. Like, I'll be in this country. Find me here. Bullet point.
exactly.
Good.
Yeah,
Bullet
yeah,
point. Because that people can digest that, can't they? Like if you look
absolutely.
at a whole text, I don't know. I look at a whole text sometimes. I'm like, I'm
I
like,
know.
okay, what's the next thing?
I know. Like just, hey, you're like that little emoji with the head exploding. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you see all the words.
Yeah,
But I
and
can.
even
Sorry, Jess. Yeah.
no, that's okay. Even just a picture of where I'm gonna be with like a symbol at the back. If you're in
Yeah.
Paris and you are at La Tour Eiffel, no, Eiffel Tower.
I
Yeah,
put out.
yeah, Eiffel Tower. It's people will instinctively, guys. My English is gone. I have to speak French now. And at the back of you, and so yeah, I can't wait actually to be on the road and start that way. Yeah.
Exciting. It's so exciting. And I think a newsletter is, and especially if you're on the road. I was watching yesterday with Dora. I was watching the live, Karen, that you did with Dora yesterday as well. Isn't she
Yeah.
amazing? She
I
lovely. I
love
haven't had
Dora.
a chance to
Yes.
dive into her videos yet, but I just found her so bubbly, so excitable. And, she travels as well. She does amazing things. So, yeah.
She's a real
She's
go-getter.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, she's always on the road. She has a bubbly, amazing personality. She's always
Yeah.
dancing, by the way. She has those dance, and yeah, she's fun, fun, fun to watch.
And actually, she's
Yeah,
popped in here before.
yeah, she was here a
Exploradora.
second ago.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I
So
was
yeah,
like,
nice.
yeah.
So nice.
yeah.
I'll have
And
to
you know
say
what?
hi.
And the other sort of digital product that I thought I would do is because I did a little post that I just said, what stops you? Like obviously speaking to people who don't have a channel, I said, what stops you from starting a YouTube channel? And I wouldn't know where to begin. Like the tech and the editing is just a bit beyond me, not quite sure what niche to do or something like that. I had like 3 or 4. And, some people had put, I would have no idea where to start. And other people had said about the tech and the editing. So even just from let's say like 3 or 4 people might have like clicked on that to sort of vote. I'm not really quite sure how many. But one of the things that I thought, and it's an interesting one because, Alison from Alison Living Life, 55
Yeah.
plus, Alison talks quite a lot. Like, she is busy and she's got some health issues. She's always got lots of like family events and things like that, keeping her busy. She's always doing her arts and crafts, lots and lots of everything going on for her. But she's been so frustrated, like with her editing. And she said the other day, I've got like 5 videos all backed up, ready to go.
Oh, yeah,
And I'm going to probably have to pay someone to do it for me. But
why
anyway,
not?
yeah, absolutely
Can you
right.
afford
But
it? Oh my goodness.
well, I think she was just a bit of a throwaway comment, but I just did think to myself, like a potential, like an offering could be like, doing a video with someone, but actually like sharing the screen and we're working on CapCut or iMovie or something.
Yeah.
And I'm literally helping and showing that person. So that is a bit of an offering that I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, so let's get your channel opened. Let's have a talk about what you'd like to make videos about.
I love
You're
that
going to go,
idea.
you're
That'd
going to
be
go and do some
amazing.
footage and I'm going to help you and we're going to like edit it together. And like, I'll see your footage, like we'll find a way, Dropbox or something that, you can just drop the footage to me so I can have a bit of a look at it. And then I will literally help you. Like you can watch me do some, you can take over.
You'd be like a mentor, basically,
Yeah, but literally kind of,
mentor.
yeah. And it's kind of like, you don't have to go on, like it's a bit overwhelming. Go onto YouTube and find out how to do iMovie. Like, yep, some people are going to do that and some people just don't do it because it's like, well, there's so many of them and then they, all that kind of stuff. So I've been thinking about that too.
Mind blowing.
Yes, no, the little emoji, like, what? There's so much.
Yeah, because I don't think there is and then I heard another creator, a guy, just say that his agency, they've got a done for you and a done with you type of product. And I thought, I actually like those words. I actually like those words,
Love
right?
them.
Because I don't know what is done with you is, but I just thought,
I imagine it's like a co. Yeah, they do it a collab. They do it together.
Yeah.
Maybe the editing is done together. Do you agree? Do you like this? And maybe done for you is like, I'll completely edit it how I think or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think so. But I just think, it's kind of like not everyone's got like a kid, you know what I mean? Or a young person around or someone or a super tech savvy person or something around to sit there and have the patience and show them through beginning to end. These are the considerations and, all that kind of stuff. So that could be fun. I'm really thinking about that. Right? We're just getting into
so many amazing ideas.
Amazing, Karen.
For your channel too. I told you I had like a little interview with Karen. I'm hoping to have it.
Jace interviewed me. And I was trying to go,
an amazing
let's just interview each other and stuff. She said, no, let's just focus on your channel. I'm like, okay.
I wanted to put the focus on you because you're such a big heart. You give you, and I wanted to talk about you. I thought you are amazing,
so nice.
And I only can't wait for you to blow up because you will. You have that generosity in your heart. Even this idea of like helping somebody these are great. I don't watch a lot of gurus anymore, right? I say I'd rather watch you because we are working what we're doing right now together.
We are.
That's what we need, the community.
We are pinging ideas, exactly what Sally said. Like this is a genuine coffee meetup, right? Like,
exactly.
We don't. There are no secrets or anything like that. We're literally just throwing out just ideas off our head out there.
Yeah, and if I may, sorry, Pernilla, go on.
No, I couldn't agree with you more because that's what I said also to you, Karen. You have this like YouTube aura around you, like you have that thing, like apart from that, like what you're doing, that is so beautiful. But I mean, just like you're hilarious and
thank you.
You're so fun to watch, and you just
I crack myself up, so
it's true. You have to know how good you are. You have this thing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and like you, the other day, you found Peter. Sorry, no, Peter.
We found Peter. I know.
Yeah,
we hauled him onto the live. Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. Simon is saying Karen would be a great matchmaker, and she is, because through you and this, so I met like Pernilla, you marry, and so many of those creators that I didn't know before, like I'm discovering Simon, Nicola, etc. So definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I think for what Dora's saying, I think Dora, like, I don't really like help people, but like we love doing these lives together. So this, as we know, like lives are just no work. You know what I mean? So, and the more that we do them, the more we just go, oh, here's the link, and we just all jump on, and we've got the good understanding that we're going to have something to talk about, but we really want to chat with people coming on and all of that. Yeah. So.
Exactly. Karen, do you mind? I just wanted to chat about the post that Mr. Beast. We all know Mr. Beast, right? The biggest YouTuber. I was shocked. He had a post 6 days ago, and I was shocked to know that he has 400,000 million. I didn't know that was possible. The entire planet is subscribed to that guy. But I love what he shared on that post. Guys, I'm gonna put a link. I hope it's the correct one on here. And on that post he says, a decade ago, before I blew up, everyone in my life told me I was too obsessed. I was called a freak and constantly told I'd never make it. Despite that, I just couldn't stop. I was in love with making content and grinded. Every moment my eyes were open for 7 entire years before anyone started watching. I literally told my mom I'd rather be homeless than do anything else. The greatest gift in life is being able to wake up every day with a purpose. And thanks to YouTube and you guys, I have that. Thank you for 400,000 million subscribers. I'm like, what?
Bajillion X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but seven,
Makes me
Exactly.
emotional
years.
hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 years
'Cause
before people watch, though. You see, it's like sometime we're there. When you start YouTube, you feel a little bit like, oh, nobody's watching, and but you've been there
yeah,
for 2 days or for 2 months, and for because we want something instant,
That's
yes.
it.
So
That's it.
I
That's
think that
it.
was a great. When I read it, I'm like, wow, that's a great
It
lesson.
took it, I was reading this morning on this, Jazz, because I love what you said about Mr. Beast, and I read up a little bit about him. And apparently he started in 2012, but he didn't get 1,000 subscribers until 2017.
Wow.
I know. And so I
Yes.
just felt like I felt so inspired by the guy, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Same.
And
Same.
now, if people aren't blowing up in 2 months, they've been suki lala about it. That's one of my
Exa-
favorite words I like to
ex-
use. Like big suki
Suki
baby. Like,
Lala.
yeah, suki lala.
I haven't heard of that one, Karen. I've
Oh,
heard
I
of
know.
many
I
of
think
them that come
I
out with,
just
but
think
Suki Lala, no.
yeah. Yeah, it's totally like Pacific Islandy, you know what I mean? Like, stop being suki lala about it. Like,
So,
people just like,
stop being a
I'm
ninny. I love
quitting
that the other day. She said, "Stop being a
YouTube.
ninny."
Stop being, yeah.
So funny.
Hey, oh, you silly Billy, too. I said,
Yeah,
stop
no,
being a
I
silly
haven't heard
Billy
that for
about,
years. It made me
yeah,
laugh.
about being too humble about telling us that you're monetized.
Oh, I did. I was
Silly
really
Billy.
nervous about it. I was really nervous about putting it in a group. Anyway, just want to mention about Mr. Beast. So one of the things I read about him this morning, and actually it made me cry, and I still feel quite emotional when I talk about it now. So when I think about Mr. Beast, so basically he was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And I don't know if any of you know what Crohn's disease is or anything. And last year, my son was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is Crohn's and ulcerative colitis basically are in the same band, if you like. You go to hospital and they're both there, the same thing. And it's a big thing. I've been through it all with my son. He's nearly 22. So you can imagine. And so I was thinking about Mr. Beast, and, people look at the numbers and like, wow, blah, blah, blah. Because I remember even my son saying to me, oh, Mr. Beast is huge, blah, blah. And he doesn't really watch him. But now, I don't know why, knowing that he's gone through that and having seen my son go through that, it's just made him more of a human being than ever. Does that make any sense? I'm sorry.
Definitely does.
It was a bit of
Definitely does.
but it
Because,
just,
Yeah.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
so, Reva, thank you so much for being here. So
Nice to
everyone
see
is like
Reva.
giving Reva lots and lots of love in the comments there. And she said 7 years and over 100 videos before getting some views. And
Yeah.
you did an amazing interview with Diary of a CEO. Absolutely.
Yes.
Doctor appointments, making videos.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that. It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. It was on the Diary of a CEO. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but gets big hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just think
I mean,
it
I
makes
think, you know
that
what,
person more human. No? Makes him more
Yeah.
human. Like I think people look at people on YouTube as numbers sometimes, or as maybe non-human beings because so many people follow them. But like for me, reading about him personally in his personal life and what it's taken, it just makes him like a human being to me. It humanizes him.
Yeah, and it does a lot for the community. It has a lot of how do you call it? Charity.
Yeah.
work.
Philanthropy and stuff.
He went to Africa to build some wells and help. I did a video on my friend channel, and people were attacking him like he's trying to make publicity. What do you mean? And that kid is a kid. I don't know. I don't know if he's 27.
No, he's 27.
Like
I read this morning. Yeah.
He's a kid. So yeah.
And he just wants to support people, right? And obviously, like his mum, give his mum, like a house and those things. But he really talks about, I don't actually care about the money. I care about, being able to provide jobs for people and everything.
Yeah.
And so I know that he's been like, I haven't followed any of that controversy because I thought you know what? I mean, the bigger people get, the more that people are really looking to cut them down. And I guess I haven't been really super interested in like getting into all the, you know, dirty little details.
No, and
yes, okay, people are like, here are his emails where he gets. Do you know what else? I think what it is too is I think they're saying here's some emails of him being really, really, really picky and pedantic and directive about what he wants, the standard that he wants in his videos. And so then there are these people, Joe Averages and Josephine Averages, right, who are never going to think like he does. And they're going, well, isn't this just over the top? And it's like, what do you think? What do you think that the job that you got, that you agreed that you would, you know, like just do the best quality work and everything? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, why are you now trying to shame the guy for his high standards and release his emails?
And I will tell you, I think if that guy, and I say this again, and I will bring it up again, because the guy, when you are diagnosed with something like Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, basically you lose so much weight, and the you know, you're kind of staring death in the face a little bit. And I think, like, knowing where my son was last year and how, to what point he went to, if Mr. Beast had gone to that point, then I'm sure when he came round from that, his like, it's not about the money, it's about this, it's about this. I feel like the guy, you know, probably really wants to make a difference, you know, but people are just so, they don't look behind anything. People just see what's on their front and that's it.
People will be people. I was sharing something very positive about him and what he's done in Africa, but people find a way to search for something negative. You know, when he was just there offering freely, you know, he built, and he didn't do that in one country. He went to several countries in Africa, in villages where there's no water, and we know water is life. And created, like, you know, forgot the name, you know, the well, you know, to
well,
everywhere. He went to schools, he went to, and that he was what, 25, 24 when he was doing it.
Wow. So, and to have that mentality at that age as well, you know, is you know? I mean, you know, because you've got kids as well, you know, that age, you know what, you know where the brains are.
Yeah, and Reva's saying his chocolate company is for children in Africa. All proceeds go to help destroy child labor in chocolate factories.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Reva. Thank you so much for finding that out. I think it's so beautiful that somebody's come up with something else to make this guy, you know, because he's obviously, for me, he's a real star just for what he's gone through, and he's come out the other side and he's doing what he's doing, you know, so. And I don't even know the guy, but, you know.
No, I've watched quite a lot of interviews, and you know, with him and everything. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, he talks a lot about people say to him, "Well, you know, I want to be a big swinging star like you, and I want to do this and I want to do that." And he says to them, "Go and make 100 videos, and then come back and talk to me." Like,
exactly, right? He has always said that. You know, your first 100 video will suck, but keep
go
going.
Make 100, like you know. And the whole kind of, what did Reva say? He made 100 videos over 7 years. Is that right? Or
I think it was 5 years, 7 years
plus videos before getting some views. Yeah.
I mean, that's disheartening. That's disheartening, isn't it? It's really disheartening. I think, you know, you're making these videos and nobody watches them at all. I think it's disheartening. So yeah, like to still come up from that and still like say it's okay, I'm going to continue, the consistency, the willingness, you know.
Really,
and you know what? And good for him. He's like, well, I got $50 for something. Like he said, whenever I got a little bit of money, I went and bought a piece of equipment, or I just went out and said to, you know, a friend and I, let's go and give $50 away to someone who we think could do with $50. And they filmed it and stuff. But every time they got some money, they just kept on putting it back out there. Like, okay, who wants to? It's kind of like that going from a paper clip up to a house, isn't it? You know, that experiment years ago. You keep on trading a paper clip for something of more value. And you keep trading it, and then they got a house or something like that, right? That kind of concept. But he literally just said that when they got $50, then they did something, then they got like $100, would give it away. Like, and then people are like, well, that's compelling. That like 10, 15 years ago, like everyone's doing it now because they're copying him. But he was probably one of the first people to do that.
Yeah.
Even thousands. He had some videos where he went on the street and just blessed people with
Oh, wow.
yes. I don't know if he gave a house to somebody. I mean, he's done a lot for the community. So, yeah.
And people
Yeah.
still
Blessing. Yeah.
right now stay.
People will be people, you know.
Yeah.
Like all the trolls coming on our channels, faceless, with no picture, nothing but being wire on the keyboard. That will
Yeah.
be
I always think
happen.
that those people I not have sympathy, I think is the word, is just to think that those people obviously are having such a bad time in their lives that somehow or another they need to get that out to the rest of the world. I don't know. Like I feel like it's a call for attention for people when they do that, you know? I always think this is something more behind it.
Yeah. And you know that I've been thinking lately about how, you know, it would be interesting if someone made a 5-minute, because I only just want to watch 5 minutes of it, probably a 5-minute film of a bunch of trolls and just actually asking them, like them showing their face and then just having a bit of an interview, like no judgment, just purely like, why do you do it? How do you pick people to troll? You know what I mean? Like, what do you get out of it? 3 questions. Why do you do it? How do you find them? And what do you get out of it? Like, wouldn't you just love to, you know, see their face and just kind of be like, hey, I'm making a maybe I should go out there and make a 5-minute film. I'll try and get some trolls together for a 5-minute film.
You have great ideas. Oh my goodness.
I've got the ideas. It's all coming out tonight.
How do you do your research how to find these people? Yeah,
exactly.
We need an ebook on it. We want an ebook.
Yeah. Maybe, do you know what? Maybe I'll do a short. I'm looking for trolls, you know, like apply here. There is no pay. There's no pay, but there's a little bit of like, I've got 300
oh my goodness,
subscribers.
no one's done that. You should totally do it.
Exactly. I might just say I'm doing research on it because, you know, these people, I do think they want some attention. So let's give them some.
They do.
Exactly. Like their second glory, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Reva's saying she's just passed 200 videos and feels like she's still figuring it out. It's hard. Yeah. I reinvest my AdSense back into my creating, of course. That's right. There's no shortage of money.
I think life in general is not something that anybody ever has figured out. I don't know. If you have, give me the trick. I don't know. You know?
I know. Okay, Reva's got a good question. How has creating been going? What keeps y'all motivated?
How creating been going? What? Okay.
How to troll the troll, yeah. Yeah, right. How do we keep motivated?
I think what most motivate me is when I hear from someone that like, oh, I found this helpful, or thank you for sharing this. It really made my day, or just someone doing the exercises, or just, you know, getting value from like the mindset shifts and everything that I share. That's what's motivating me. Yeah, I think it's such a beautiful thing.
I love that, Pernilla. I had somebody coming in my comments and also DM me about a series that I was just starting. Wow, I loved it. You know, I felt that I was traveling through the video and I can't wait for the next one. And for me, it was just a test video. See, is it going to be okay? I didn't. And you know, when we look at the views, you're like, okay, the video is only what, 20 views? Oh, and then you have that person that completely changed everything for you.
Yeah.
That's just so encouraging. And discussing with that person, she gave me so many ideas. It's often very interesting to listen to the comments of our audience, you know, the people that come there. There's often gems of, and you know, the way I had sought the series, her comment brought so much that it's going to improve the way I'm going to do the next video of that series.
Wow.
You know, and it just pumped me into, wow, yes, it's actually a travel through these videos for people. You know, people may not be able to go to this country, but through that video, they'll be able to. Anyway, yes, the people actually, the comment and the community, like being here, you know, that's sharing. So
I made a video on that, Jazz. Once I made a video way back when I was doing my blogging, and the video is I listen to my subs, and that is the video. I listen to my subs because those are the people who are watching you. So those are the people who honestly have got the best advice. Apart from Pernilla, you are going to laugh. The meditation I made with the crows, I had quite a bit of negative comments on that video. And people, not negative comments, not negative. People were really, really nice. I was really enjoying it if all of a sudden it weren't for the crows. And I was like, oh, crap.
Well, outside the sound. Oh, do you mean, they were enjoying the meditation and then they heard some birds outside?
Well, no, because in my meditations, I often put water sounds and bird sounds. So in one of my meditations, when you know, but you just do it anyway. So because when I'm in the mornings where I am, I have a lot of bird sound and I have crows. Like there's no lie. But anyway, I put it on the meditation. It wasn't my B-roll, it's from Epidemic Sound. And every now and again, you get to kind of the end of the bit with the birds and they'll be like, caw, caw, like this.
Oh, yes. You thought this is the hi-hat moment, right? Like
I'm like a bird lover, so I love the sounds of.
No, you didn't. Me too.
It sound good.
Yeah,
anyway,
it didn't disturb me at all. Actually, I did enjoy it, but.
No, but some people found it, and it was so funny. When you do something, you upload something, and you're like, I know that this is going to happen, but I did it anyway, and I just, But on the other hand, I'm like, well, it's okay because those who have watched it have really enjoyed it. But people have commented, but they're not nasty. People say, oh, I would have really enjoyed it if it hadn't been. And I was like, oh, I've had some comments about that. I am really sorry. Please feel free to choose another meditation, and you keep it in mind and you bear it in mind, no? And the lovely comments that you receive as well. I've had some amazing, beautiful comments. And I think that just, that morning when you wake up and you're like really tired, it's like, oh, I'm going to get on it. We're going to make a video. And you're like, what is motivating me in that moment? And I think about the comments and people. And there was a girl the other day, a girl, I don't know who, and she said, I just love it. It was the way she'd written it, and it was like almost like she was saying to me, I just love your channel, you're like my favorite channel. And I was like, really? Really?
You're like, me?
I know, it was just in a message. And I just thought that was it makes me cry, makes me motivating, very motivating. Yes, sorry, very emotional.
And so Dora is talking about Peter Urbanowski. So we had
Peter.
So Peter, Peter's come on to quite a few of our lives, hasn't he? Or has he come on to the American Girls ones? I think it might
he was
be
on the American one,
as the American. I think his time frame, because I think he's in his time zone. I think he's in Scotland. But he was just coming on, and everyone was sort of saying, "Oh, is Peter like who is Peter sort of attached to?" But he just was really chatting. And so we'll go and check out his channel, and he had an incredible video, and I've shared it. It's a 3-minute something video onto a post, and Dora from Explorer Dora 80, she's shared it as well. But I think he had 13 subscribers, and then I was number 14, and I shared it, and I popped him into a WhatsApp group, and the girls just gave him lots of love and subscribed to his channel, because he's trying to encourage people to start on YouTube. But he's absolutely happy because yesterday's, and also he did 30% jump. He went from 14, he woke up to 22. He was thrilled. Subscribers, we all know what that feels like, don't we?
Oh God, yes.
We all know what that feels like. And I said, I'll come on to a live, let's do a live. And he's like, I'll stay up till midnight, and I just sort of don't really sleep regular hours and stuff. So he was on live yesterday. Here's a guy, 22 subs, and he's the same as all of us. He's just earlier in his journey, and just rocking and rolling, and he's into it.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy as well. Some really interesting thoughts.
Yeah, but really, really lovely video that he made, all about the conversation with,
the conversation, where he did the conversation with a friend. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Yeah, really cool video. Yeah, and his thumbnails, I love his thumbnails. I think I'm a bit obsessed with thumbnails, but I love his thumbnails.
They're so good. He's a new creator. I've seen someone talk about loving his thumbnails. And he's all excited too, because he's starting a film course 101, at some kind of community school or night school. So now, what is Reva saying about how often do we check analytics, and do you think it's harmful for mental health? Those little grey arrows. Yeah, you go from 7 out of 10 to like 3 out of 10, then
well, I'm being
the watch
humble
time
every day.
drops, right?
I don't watch analytics anymore, only when I'm on the overview on the studio and it shows
That
the
one,
live.
yes.
Yes, that's the only one. I rarely go into the analytic. I used to. Yeah. Do you use the analytic to, you know,
The
gauge?
only thing I use them for is, the part in, so the one thing I use them for is to, like, for me, what is important is that I have a regular kind of views, because my videos are evergreen, so they get
Yeah.
watched a lot. So there's a little bit down in the corner which says last 48 hours, and it shows me the different times, and it shows me how many views I've had in 48 hours, which is usually at 2,000. Okay, roughly at 2,000. So what I do watch is just watch that to kind of make sure it kind of stays the same. I don't mind if it moves around, but that kind of, for me, is just like to see, okay, so that gives me information about my videos. No, that gives me information.
Yeah.
Are people happy? Are people enjoying them? Do you know what I mean? It gives me that feedback that I kind of almost need.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. What about
Yeah,
you? Yeah. What about
definitely.
you, Jace? Do you dig into analytics very much?
Not at all. I would go to the overview page, like, the
Yeah.
channel dashboard. That's where it tells you how the last video is doing. When they give you like sometime confettis, like, if it's 1
Yeah, the
out of 10,
confetti.
and then sometimes it's like 10 out of 10, so the video is not doing well, but it changes during the day. I stopped relying on the analytics too much, because looking at the analytic, if you listen to the guru before, it's like you have to double down for a video that worked, etc. It was keeping me in the loop and like ever changing. Like maybe I've made like a planning for 1 month, and then because the analytic is saying something else, it completely changed. So I stopped
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to continue with whatever I said I will do for the month,
Yeah.
and see where it's taking me, right? Because I've made this video also according to what I know the audience would want. And I don't want the analytics to like kind of make me doubt of my plan. If it makes sense, I don't know. Yeah. So
Perfect
Makes
sense.
a lot of sense, Jace. Yeah.
Does make sense, because I think people.
Reva's been silly
Sorry,
in the comments. No, sorry, you
what
go. You
did
go,
she
Marie.
say? I haven't.
she's-
No, I was just going to say what
she's
Jazz was saying makes sense. Go on. Sorry.
Okay, she is saying that she has to watch, see all the analytics of everyone. So it just means she has to meditate more. And can we pray for her? Because
pray for
like,
me, 'cause
so.
analytics
But
is
here's a
much-
question. Here's a question, Reva. How do you deal with like everyone? Like, you've got a lot of emerging creators, and the analytics are like, let's say 1 minute, 2 minute watch time average, and these people are like trying to do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and all of that. Like, how do you encourage them and tell them not to be too discouraged and all of that kind of stuff? Because, you're kind of like the deliverer of some bad news, really, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what she says. It's
hard.
hard. I know.
Haven't we all been there? We've all been
I
there.
know.
I remember looking at I remember looking at the very beginning, how long somebody stays on your video for. 30 seconds.
I know. Bad news, Betty.
I remember thinking,
I
oh my
know.
goodness.
I know.
And it's scary. I think it's scary, and it can be very. I think, and I have to say, I think from when I started in January, but I was looking through my videos yesterday, and I realised I think I have 50 cat alert 50 meditation videos, or less, I think. But the rest of my videos are all from my blogs before, and this. I don't know what I was going to say. I forgot. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh no, I was going to say something quite interesting as well. What were we talking about?
Analytics.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
And
something else apart from analytics.
Oh,
The watch time and stuff. How long people stay on one video. I can't remember now.
yeah.
I think I can't remember what I was going to say.
The 30 seconds and all of that, right?
But
Yeah.
now we have Riva here. Like, what is a good like percentage of what is like what should we watch for?
As a roadmap for a creative plan.
Are we waiting for Riva? I'm just going to introduce you all to my cat, Max. Max is the one that comes out in the photo.
Yes.
So Max is quite famous.
Max is quite famous because he's also on our thumbnail tonight.
Yeah,
as well.
He is on the thumbnail. This is Max.
So he's practically going viral.
Well, do you know? I remember. I think it's on my Instagram. I've done quite a few reels of him because he's quite funny. And you know when they were always trying to find that one spot of sun, like they're looking for that tiny spot of sun wherever it is.
I literally do that.
Oh, do you do that as well?
I do.
Bless him.
I love what Riva's sharing. Like, we just make a plan, stick to it. I use the analytics as a roadmap for a creative plan. Topics first, and then we use analytics to craft the banger topic. I like that.
Yeah.
Aiming
between 30 to 50% for sure.
Aiming to 50%. Let me check.
No. Are you going to check now, Jazz?
I'm afraid
do it. Let's do it.
So let's see.
Oh my god. Do you know what? I have to say, probably your favorite video. My favorite video of yours is definitely the tent one. I told you that yesterday. I love that video so much.
Oh, the tent one in the back garden.
Yeah,
in the back garden.
Where she's got the dramatic. She's got literally the dramatic, like magician. It's like magician music, like dun, 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 dun. And then she's got the graphics, kind of all the stars and stuff. And she's flinging this thing around. It's going poof. But I love it. My favorite bit is when she like throws it and then she leaps back because it then like pops open.
He didn't land how he was supposed to.
And I think actually when I was watching your video, Jazz, I remembered because I had one of those tents years ago, like just a 2 people one or a 1 person one, I don't know, but you can't fold it back up. You cannot fold them back up. It is impossible.
Exactly. The one I have, you can't. I won't recommend it to anybody. It will come on the next video where I'll say at the end, do not buy this tent.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. But do you know what? But the only thing, this is the saving grace. This is what I think, right? When you said that you spent £40 on it and it was 50% off, what I thought to myself was, well, you're trying to like recreate your own little glamping, your own little beautiful little nest, right? In this harsh environment that you're going into, forced zen environment that you're going into. But I thought to myself, you know what? You could have spent that money. This is how I justify spending. You could have spent that money on one night of glamping accommodation, right?
Yes, it's true.
But you used it for 7 days or 6 days or whatever. So the money wasn't really, hopefully it wasn't wasted. We'll see on your next video.
No, exactly. And also the idea was to use it on, I want to go on more adventures, because I love moving, but sometimes life, like at the moment, I can't go anywhere. But maybe I can just go and staycation, like go around the UK, Scotland, go to Ireland, go nearby and go with my little tent.
But I love that. I honestly, I just love that pop up because you were like, no one's helping me, all of that. No one can be bothered. But when you went boof, I'm like, brilliant. Like, that's brilliant. But you were so funny saying, no, I'm not going to risk trying to get it into 4 bits. It's just staying. Is that right?
Yeah, no. I just took it like that.
I'm trying to understand the number. Like you said, I've got it to 8. I'm not going to go to 4.
Yeah, because 8 is like you just fold it on itself. But for it to enter in the bag, you have to fold it in the middle. Yes. But we tried this like it will snap. So I left it in 4. I didn't try to in 8. We didn't fold it in. I don't know if it makes sense. Numbers.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not gonna try and get it down for why? What reason? Right? You just have on the back.
Yeah, it was no point of doing it. I just took it like that to the retreat, and it was okay. And yeah.
There are lots of messages.
Yeah. I don't even know how to see the average view duration. Where is that?
The average what?
Average. You know,
View
Riva was
duration.
saying average view duration in between 30 to 50%. I'm trying to find it.
But when you go into the overview page, Jazz, when you go
Yeah.
into the overview page, does it not say the click thingy? I'm
Click-through
really
rate?
great at explaining these things. The clicks
Yeah.
Wait.
don't ask me for the specifics.
Oh,
The click-through rate. And does it not say average view duration? Because for me, it comes up there. You know, when you put a new video out, it says
Yeah.
on the dashboard, and it says, I think, how long people watch it for. I always get quite confused. I think, do you not watch it do you not sit there in the meditation
Oh,
all the way through?
I've got it, because you have to go in the video and go down. For the video, let's say about the one where I went in the park and sit for 45 minutes to see if I could do
I
that
did.
So this one got 31% average.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's good.
That's
31%.
good.
Okay,
That's
I'm
good.
within what Riva was saying.
Yeah.
What about your tent one? How's that doing? You've only had it up for a couple of days, though,
Yeah, the
haven't
10th
you?
one. Let me go on
So
this
funny.
one.
I
You
just,
don't
I
And
want
the
to
was
give
saying,
me
packing
a.
one and the
Oh,
packing one.
wow.
oh, we love those.
35.6.
How much?
35.6.
Oh, that's so good.
That's okay. Thank
Oh, and
you.
the
Okay.
packing, Jace, the packing when you said, "Yeah, guys,
Yes.
I know it looks like I'm going to war." I was like, "Oh my
I know.
goodness."
But
And
you
then
know
we
what? I
changed the
loved all your little,
rucksack for
all
the
your little,
suitcase.
Oh,
all your little
wow.
packing cells and everything.
Oh,
Literally,
Yes.
I'm just like,
One is 46.5. I
Wow.
didn't
Which one was
even know
that?
how to look at this. Thank you, Riva. I didn't know.
oh, so
I never pay attention to that.
which one is 46.5?
It's the
Which
packing
video?
one.
packing,
Yeah,
right?
see,
Yeah.
see, we love that.
You
And I
can't,
told
you
you,
can't
I
have
literally
anything
said
to do with that.
that's a digital product. Like literally, the way that you were just like, and I use these for that, and I like to take this, I like to take that. Honestly, that was really impressive. But that sort of thing is like the, your capsule clothing. You're like, normally I'm capsule, but actually I'm taking the garden, the kitchen sink, like I'm going to be cold, and you had all your snuggly stuff there. But you know what? I'm going to go back to the tent one, like you in the tent. Honestly, and I loved your editing.
Funny.
Yeah, I found that the
Yeah.
cutest video. You're editing like you're there, then you're over there trying to work it out and all that stuff. But I loved the bit. One of my favorite bits was when you were just lying down and you just like closed your eyes, because I'm just like I'm literally like glued to it. Like, what is she going to do now? Like you're just, and then you're going, well, people are going to be snoring at night, aren't they? So then it's not really a silent retreat anymore, is it? Like, is that allowed? Like, when you say a cacophony of snoring around the whole sort of like campground area, but when you were like closing your eyes, then you opened it and I'm like, wow, like you never see people doing that in the video.
And
The
I
whole
was
thing was
going, by
great.
the way, I was so tired because I fought first with the normal tent. I was so tired. By the time I did the pop-up tent, when I lay down there, oh, it was so comfortable. I
It
was
was
going
blissful. I know. I saw.
a nap.
We saw that you were just really just taking
But
a moment.
that keeps, like you were saying, Karen, like you were glued. I was as well, because I'm like, what's going to happen next? What's
I know.
next? And it's that kind of feeling, what's going to happen next? I love
But
that.
do you know what else as well? This is what I think too. Like when you shut your eyes, I just thought you never see people doing that, and it's quite a vulnerable thing. Like people shut, you're lying down, you're sideways, and you're shutting your eyes and you're relaxing. I'm just thinking that's so far from where you are. Like you're a little bit wired normally, yeah, right, making a video. But honestly, you were doing the preparation, this and the garage, that, and the trying to get the, all of that. So no wonder you were tired.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, guys. That's
I
so
love that video.
encouraging.
But
And
honestly, the magician music. Come on.
yeah, I had to make it
How did you
exciting.
find that music? How did you find that music? That piece of music?
Because I wanted to do a voiceover, and I just wanted to do a video where I show you the process. I thought to make it exciting, because it was so much of a challenge. I was thinking of Mission Impossible. Ding, ding, ding,
Okay.
ding, ding.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
like, okay, let me go on YouTube and I look for a music like that. And I find a music that was like, me going into action and trying to
Totally.
do that challenge and put the tent on. And that's what it was cute. It was, engaging. So, and thank you so much, because, Riva, You know, guys, when I looked at the analytic before, I would go to the view duration. Like it's like, okay, they watch it for 30 seconds, like you said,
Yeah.
Mary, or 2 minutes. But it's so much interesting to look at the percentage view
Yeah.
duration. You know, I never look at it that way. It's more, it says more actually than, oh, they only watch it for 1 minute. Yeah, but what's the
Yeah,
percentage
it
of that?
feels, yeah, because I mean they're taking an average as well. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, there are people that watch the whole video. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And so
yeah,
I feel like, you know, a percentage feels better. I think it feels less harsh. No, sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think
great.
so. But your videos are amazing. Your videos are, I've watched so many of them, and I do love your videos. I think you do such good quality videos. And I've said this
Yeah, you
before.
Oh,
do.
You're like
wow.
honestly really professional. Really professional.
I know, like
Yes.
all of your little signs all over, like you do this, and like, you know, with your little labels and things that pop up, like. But even
Hmm.
I don't know how to do the little graphicy things, like all the little you know, the little fireworks things that you
It's
did
CapCut. It's
when the
CapCut.
tent was popping up open and everything like that.
Yeah, it's CapCut is such an easy app, and this is why they actually increase and double the price. It
Oh,
used to
that's
Absolutely.
be
right.
$9.99 or something like that. It's now for me in the UK £22, like 21.99. So like
Wow.
$25. Because it's such an easy, yes, it's such an easy software to use, because whatever, you know, all these effect, you just click on a button and put it on the whatever, you know,
Oh
the
wow.
clip that you want, and it happen, you know.
Lovely. I love
Even the
that.
lighting, there's like autocorrect, auto something. So for people that on tech, CapCut is so easy. Yes.
I'm moving to CapCut. I'm moving to CapCut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so easy.
Yeah. I know Riva always says she pays for so many things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
Well,
like, obviously
it starts
a channel,
adding up, doesn't it?
yeah,
Sorry.
but
Yeah, it
yeah,
does.
no, as I said, a big channel, and like Riva's got a lot of, you know, that's quite a big business. Like, and
Yeah.
Riva's got 3 channels as well. That's right, Riva, you've got
Oh
3
wow.
now. Yeah, let's tell us your other channels, Riva. So one of them I think is vlog, and one of them might be meditation, I think, as well.
Oh wow. Brilliant.
Oh wow,
Well, then
okay.
she has epidemic sound, definitely.
Yeah, you should do a tutorial on CapCut. There's a few things that um you have to look for when you just started CapCut. Um, yeah.
Okay, so did CapCut disappear from America for a little while? Did it? Did CapCut sort of get taken down or something for a
This was
little
It
my
while?
it
next
it
question.
it did, yeah. A few
Yeah.
of my friends had to switch to something else. They
Okay.
couldn't use it anymore, but they were given, I don't know if until the end of the year, or, don't quote me on that. They've been given some time to use it. A lot of them have switched to other platform, and I thought in America they were supposed to like create a one that is very similar to CapCut, so you know the people can use it. Uh,
Okay.
yes. Oh, Filmora is similar. Okay, yeah.
Oh, so basically CapCut is in the States again, or is it not
Mhm.
in Europe? Or but Riva's
It's
got
in
it, so
Europe.
she
It's in
obviously must
Europe.
be.
In
Is
Europe.
it
Yeah.
Europe that's been taken in?
Filmora. Okay. Filmora.
So guys,
And
there are Riva's other channels.
yes, she's left them
The
there. If
realist
anyone
Riva.
writes
Okay.
them, I should have written them down. Actually, I didn't write them down. I'll have to write them down because otherwise I'll forget. The real Striva. The real no.
The realist. The
The
realist.
realist Reaver. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
always read everything really badly.
Yeah.
The realist Reaver. This
Yeah.
is Spanish, you know, because Spanish is like people when you read Spanish, you read it as it is spelt, and English is so very different. So I often read things like really badly. Okay, I will write those down. Thank you, Reva.
Yeah, Riva, you should do a video. I didn't see that on your channel about how to manage 2 channels.
Wow.
This is
How
tough.
do you do it? I don't know how you do it either, Jazz. I don't know how you do it.
I'm not doing it because I have several
No,
channels,
true.
but you kind of favor one channel. This is my fun channel, I'm with my
Yeah.
friend, I do the things that I want. My French channel is a bit too serious, where
Mm.
I have to think too much before doing a video there. So
Mm.
I don't want to create that all the time, because and I was saying that recently, that I feel that I lost control. I told you that, Mary, I lost
Yeah.
control on that channel. I feel that the audience is not forcing me, it's like
Mm.
dictating what I should be
Mm.
posting. So it makes me kind of like, okay, now if I don't have that content that they want to talk about, I don't know what to post. And I'm not free anymore to be like,
Mm.
okay, I want to share about my tent. You know, I can do it here,
Yeah.
but I cannot do that there because it's not well received. But I want to regain control on that channel.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
So
think you've got a plan in place. No, I think you've got a plan in place. So go for
yeah,
it. Yeah. It's
yeah,
your channel at the end of the day. It's yours, you know?
yeah. So and that's why we're here, we small creator. But when your channel start taking off, it brings so many views, eyes on the channel, that
Mm.
and they want to see something specific.
Mm.
And sometimes you can lose that balance, because now what do you want to post? If I post
Yeah.
something about traveling, almost no views there, like for that channel, maybe like
Yeah.
300 views. If I talk about the back to Africa, I will go 200, 300. What am I saying? 3,000 views. It will go over the
Yeah.
1,000 views in no time. So
It's
balance.
interesting, isn't it? I think it's interesting you talk about that because we all talk about having a niche, but then when we've got that niche, like how much of it are we dictate, how much of our audience dictates that we stick to that niche? And what I was saying before about meditation, I'm trying to make sure that I obviously do what people want, but I want to try new things. I want to make sure that I do, when I have an inspiration to do something, I want to do something for myself as well because I like it. And if it doesn't get that many views, it's fine. It's just something, it's yeah, someone will resonate. But it's difficult, isn't it? It is difficult. I kind of see that a lot now.
Yeah.
And so why do you think that topic, going back to Africa, is, why do you think people are so hungry for it? Like, is it just your audience? Are there not many other creators making videos about that?
I think it's because of I started talking about the travel in Africa and making African voice heard, African spoken by Africans, and to change the narrative on Africa. So my channel was anyway essentially talking about Africa and the diaspora. So then, because I was into that journey of retiring in Africa, we're building that to retire in the sun. And that's the topic that I was talking about. And when I shared my story, and I had like a video I told you that blew up, and is like now 170,000 subscribers or something like that. And from that video, it brought all these people that were interested in back to Africa,
Mm.
Mm.
and then that's what YouTube teaches you. If you have a video that blew up, a subject that interests the audience, that's what the audience want to talk about. I didn't mind like interviewing that now other people and talk about that subject because I love that subject. But that's not all. I have a lot of things that I'm interested about. This
Yeah.
is why I created that channel, to be really free, to talk about the things that I love. So I call it my travel channel. And there it's more serious, but I still want to make it like enjoyable.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Reva's saying that the Reva Reveals channel audience only wants YouTube growth and socials. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
she has the other two because stuff only translates differently. So is it meditation? Like, is it meditations, isn't it, Reva, on your Dream Life Revealed TV?
I'm going to check those channels out.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Super interesting.
It is
Would you have
interesting.
That's one
Sorry.
woman. She's a one-woman big walking business. She's busy, busy, busy.
Yeah. Would you, Pernilla, Karen, Mary, would you go and have two channels? Like, let's say, Karen, you're talking about like YouTube, how to do YouTube and helping people. Maybe sometime you want to do, or would you just do everything in one umbrella because the brand is you? And so Or would you actually go and do a second
And
channel
do a
later
second
on?
channel? I don't think
Any of
so,
you?
because I don't know what I would do it on.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know,
we
you know the
before.
WhatsApp. Sorry, Pernilla?
No, I was saying, yeah, when you asked me this question, I was thinking about affirmations. That,
Yeah,
yeah, but maybe that fits into my channel as well. I don't know,
it
but that's,
does because I feel like
yeah,
affirmation and your channel would fit together, like overthinking,
right?
and then affirmation can help the overthinking,
Of
Yeah,
course.
right? So
I
it
love
kind of
affirmation.
works together. Yeah,
Super helpful. Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, see,
I
But
Reva's
no,
saying don't do it. She's saying don't do it.
I
Yeah, she
think,
Two
said don't do
channels.
it. It's
No, but
crazy
Reva,
when you
but
have.
you've got three. But Reva, you've got three. I do affirmation and meditations. It'll be more than that. Yeah.
but I
But
a
think
lot.
yeah,
when you have a big channel and you can delegate, I think then maybe I can think about it.
Yeah.
But like now, yeah, I'm trying to grow my channel, so I think, like, the one thing and go all in on the one thing is good in the beginning.
Mm.
Like maybe later when as you grow and you will be able to like delegate and get some help with, the things
Yeah.
that take so much time. Well, maybe then we have space to create that other thing. But
It's true. It's having that space, isn't it, to create both. Yeah.
And
yeah,
also another
yeah,
thing is, Pernilla, you speak another language as well, and even you marry. My French channel is in French,
yeah,
so but I wanted to create something in English as well. And because my community, the connection that I have are a lot with like because I live in England, etc. So I wanted to create video where people that I'm connected with can understand as well. And it was also another escape to like free myself from that channel that was. And it's funny, I like what Eva just said, you focus, and I heard that a lot of time, that focus on the main channel. The funny thing is the French channels is monetized, but I don't do videos there. I could earn money there, but because the joy is not there anymore, I focus on this one, and I'm not earning anything here. But it's so much. I earn so much more. This is why it's very important to. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm holding back.
no.
No,
This is
interesting.
interesting.
This is why it's so important to know your why when you do YouTube. To really love what you're doing, be passionate
Mm.
about what you're doing. Because when we all escaping, trying to escape, like I want to retire since last year and since I'm 40, right? So I'm trying to retire within 2 years. So I'm hoping YouTube will become like a side hustle that can bring me, like, buy me a coffee or buy me like a night in a hostel somewhere.
Yeah.
But I have to love it. So I was talking to Mary that I'm completely shifting the French channel. The Back to Africa will still be there, but I need to reclaim it because I need to love making video there, and I lost that. So it's very important to keep that in mind, to do something that we also enjoy. Yes, we bring value, but we need to bring value to ourselves as well. We need to love what we do. Otherwise, we'll burn out.
I think you
So
said that, Jazz, didn't you? You said about it, if not, it becomes a job.
yes,
And
thank you.
we've already, you said that. You said it becomes a job, and like,
Yeah.
I've already got a job. I don't want another one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Hey,
want
we've
another
already
one.
got a just over broke.
Yeah, well, broke and a job, but I've got both. But
JOB. Yeah. We're just over
Yeah.
broke. Okay.
Yeah.
Reva's asking you a question, Jace. What part of Africa are you from? Can you see her
Oh,
comment there?
no, I didn't see that. I'm
She's saying,
Gabonese. I'm from
yes.
Gabon. Gabon is like Central Africa in the corner. Africa is here in that corner near Cameroon. Yeah, it's a French-speaking country. Yeah.
And she's saying that she'd love to find her actual origins. She's
oh,
African American, but doesn't know her African heritage. Supposedly, she could be Ghana and Nigerian.
Exactly. A
wow.
lot of them are I will be starting a series, Finding My People, is finding the
Oh,
people that
wow.
are from the African diaspora. I started, on my sabbatical, I want to go to Cartagena, to a lot of places in South America where you find a lot of, people that were, brought there by the slave trade, etc. So,
Hmm.
and to talk to these people who are African origins, and I called it Finding My People. Anyway, yeah, Yes.
I think is there a tea with Jazz and Riva happening, perhaps?
Yeah, I'd love to. I love to. River, I'd love to, honestly. Like, maybe you can do the DNA. I forgot. There's a DNA something, right, where you can find where your
of course,
ancestry are from. That'd be amazing. Yeah. And I found somebody even from an African American that has her origin in Gabon. I met her in South Africa, and I told her when she wants to go to Gabon, I want to travel with her in Gabon. So I welcome her home, So, and that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I'm bringing back in that channel as well. Okay, guys, I spoke a lot about me, I think.
No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I love listening.
And we've got Kelly saying she's gone back and forth about the niche thing. I stick to a niche for the most part, but occasionally I'll veer off and do a video about something else.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to, otherwise you're going to lose. You're going to lose lose the passion, lose the thing that makes you want to do it. No.
Yeah. Like I quite enjoyed Kelly's one about like just friendships, like when like you get a friend will dump you, you know what I mean, like that's relatable, like most people have had that. I've had that experience, and just the heartbreak of it all. So that was a good video. I really enjoyed that one. She did it. Ancestry. What? Mixed black and white ancestors. That's why I love everyone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would love to do a DNA thing because I have Indian roots. So I would love to know my DNA because what grandparents are like. Well, my grandmother her mother was Indian. So I don't know like as much as I would love to know about my ancestry. So and because I think when a lot of grandparents who were in the war, etc., they don't like talking about their history. They don't like talking about their past. And she didn't like talking about it. So I know nothing. And it's really frustrating, I think. I'd love to know all about it. And yeah, just to visit that place, like Jazz is doing, is like visit your place of origin, like where where your roots are, your people, your...
Yeah, I know that when I've like tried to, like tap into grandparents and the whole great grandparents and who's connected up where, and then I think sometimes like there's some skeletons in the closet and things, and places just sometimes, right? And the older generation just don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? It's like just let sleeping
dogs
lie. Yeah, exactly. They're
sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah, exactly. Sleeping secrets lie. Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's just kind of, it's all a bit, I don't know, like things are so much more open
There's
now.
a lot of, like you were saying, there's a lot of skeletons in the closet. My grandma,
I'm not saying that with you, but you know what I mean? It's just
no. But I mean, with my grandma, there was a huge skeleton in the closet because she went over to Canada. God, I don't even know what. She went over to Canada. My father was born in Canada, and he had a sister, but they had different parents, different fathers. Yeah. And so when my grandmother came back here, she came back with a Canadian man who wasn't my dad's father, and he found out 50 years later. You know, I mean, he found out a long time. I don't have any. I don't have any, what's the word? I don't have any contact with my family, but when this happened, when I left home, I was very young. And that was a big shock. So you think, like, especially in those times, people are not going to say, oh, my daughter and my son are from different dads. You know what I mean? At those times, it was a bit of a thing. So yeah, older people don't like to talk about it. They just don't. Bless them. They just want to keep it in a little, in a bowl. And we're just like, I want to know everything.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Funny. Yeah, Reva's saying, we've all got skeletons.
Yes, we've all got, apart from that, we've all got our own skeletons. I was just thinking, I'm not that young. I've got many of them. I keep wondering if I'll do because I've got a second channel that's got nothing on it, and it's called Brit Gone Spanish. And I keep thinking, I do have a second channel. And what I do is I watch my videos on that channel, and I like and I comment to my own videos, and then I reply to them, which is quite crazy, but I do it. But I do it at the beginning just to really like kind of get it out there and say, okay, somebody's watched it.
Just tickle the algorithm a little bit.
Exactly. Which is crazy. But I always think on that channel, and I think, God, I have to do something that's more like perhaps the blogs I did to begin with, and something more me as well. Like, who am I? What, like, what's it like living in Spain? You know what I mean? And I don't know, there's loads of stuff I love to talk about. When you get the confidence up.
On your channel, do you mean, on your meditation?
No, not on my meditation channel, because I feel like it'd be a real, I think so. But I just, as Pernilla was saying, I don't think I've got the headspace for that right now, but it's there. It's the thought is there every day, because I've got so many things to talk about, because I'm a bit of a chatterbox. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the whole like 2 channels thing. One of the things I noticed in the Stan store, and I'm trying to think what was it that I was uploading, but it wanted another handle for another social platform. And I was just thinking, well, I don't have any other YouTube over 40 social platform, but it wanted something. So I think I just like ditched out of that, because I was just playing around and doing some dummy uploads just to see what the mechanics was like what did it actually require to upload another product and another product. But isn't that funny that it would just say like it wanted a TikTok and an Instagram, I think, and then it wanted other, but yeah.
But isn't there a platform that does it all for you at the same time? Isn't now, I was watching on TV the other day, it was an advert, whereas a platform that uploads your YouTube with your Instagram, with your TikTok. What is that? There's something.
I forgot the name. I had one as well.
Do you mean on the Stan store?
No? I don't know if it's on the Stan store, but this is something. It's an application. What's it called? It's got a really weird name. And I was quite taken with it, because it basically takes cuts from your YouTube videos in horizontal, and it put things in vertical so you can upload it wherever you want. What's it called?
Oh, got it. So you've got Opus, and I think you've got Nexus. Yes, there's many.
One of them, one of those, I think.
Yeah.
One of
those.
I
think Reva does. Is it Nexus? Is it called Nexus Clips or something?
So something like that, I think.
Yeah.
For me, I had the metrical, something like that. It's also you go there and then it posts on many media at the same time. I never really used it. I tried once, and
Nexus Clips, yeah. And Plannily, is that a planner, or does it post, Reva, to your channels, like post content or something to your channel? How's Stan going? Well, we're having fun. We're having fun playing with some digital products. No, you go.
I was just reading the comments, because I can't reply to the comments, but there was a cool comment from Dora. Dora said, we found out recently that my grandfather had an affair with a nurse in France and she got pregnant. So I have cousins in America. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about that. We were saying about the whole thing. And Reva was saying that she has another channel to watch from as well. Sorry, I just wanted to, because I can't comment back.
Totally.
So I just wanted to say, to respond.
So what's the advantage, apart from like getting some early activity, I guess? Is that the only advantage, like Marie and Reva, like why you would comment from your channel quite quickly, like from one of your channels to another channel?
It was actually, for me, it was actually something, it was when you first start YouTube and you're literally watching YouTube 24 hours a day on how to do YouTube.
Yeah.
And you're watching all the big creators, which really at the end of the day, we should be watching smaller ones, because honestly, I think smaller creators have got more viable advice for us smaller creators. But anyway, all the same. And one of the things they said, it's good to have another channel so that you can just start getting your video out there. And ever since that, I've just always done it.
Wow.
So, I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason for it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what Plannily does. Yeah, can post your content around to many channels at one time. Traction. I don't like to mix my algos. Yeah. So is it on the same email address, like the same Google account? That's what I mean. Or have you got 2 Google accounts and your other channel?
No, same Gmail account.
Okay.
Google. Yeah.
So, but then doesn't YouTube? Can't they tell that you? Like,
of course, yeah, there's no benefit from me having I didn't do, like, I made the YouTube video after I started the YouTube account, after I started my first one. And when I made it, I had it sitting there. I think I made an English video or something, like on how to teach English. Well, it was terrible. I took it down. And so because I had that there, I was like, oh, okay, I can do that because I remember watching so-and-so. Do you know what I mean? So that was why I just started doing it, because it's there.
Yeah. And Reva's saying that she uses 2 Google accounts and watches different things from different channels.
Oh, well, that's interesting, because you can get your...
This is so interesting, because I do the same. I read it somewhere that it wasn't like good to mix up the algorithms, but like that's strategy. Yeah. I do separate. That's really interesting, Reba. Yeah, because
Reba, you need to come on alive.
if you start to watch like random things with that account, it's not helpful, is it? For like the algorithm to love you.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Right? You should watch like separate. I do not, and then oh
I
yeah,
do not
okay.
mix. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do into Google account as well because as my French channel is in French, when you're searching, even when you're typing, even if I'm on ChatGPT and all of that, it has to be in French. And the English channel, the language is in English. If I mix them, it's too complicated because I type
Yeah.
something in the other channel in English, it will always bring me an information in French, So I just
Okay.
have them separately, and I use the other channel to, the channel to check on
Yeah.
when I want to watch a video on that one. Because I often check my video to see how I did and can I improve something. And
Yeah,
yeah, I
totally.
usually rewatch a video.
Or
And
maybe
also,
I should have them separate. Sorry, Pernilla. Sorry.
no, I was thinking about what we were talking about because I also read that like if you watch videos similar to your content, won't the algorithm like push your content as well? Like it's good for yeah, it's good for
I
Like
don't know.
like teaching it, like showing it what
yeah,
like
Oh my God, but then my
more
algorithm's
evidence.
up the street.
yeah.
Because I watch all sorts of content. I watch all sorts.
Yeah, I do too, just from the one channel.
Yeah, just from my channel. I don't watch anything from my other one.
No.
It's interesting.
But do you know
It's
what?
all like that
It's scary.
metadata and the kind of all that sort of thing. It's all very specific and very.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Literally
It's pretty
fine.
responsive too, isn't it? Like if you just watch one different topic, like if you were literally looking up something just that could be like, I don't know, just doing something in your backyard or whatever. One video, if you were to watch it, that's now going to deliver you up more of that, like straight away, isn't it? It's
Oh
that
yeah.
responsive. Yeah.
Riva says no.
Oh, what
said
is that?
no.
Oh, that's me and you, Marie, just like watching
so.
all kinds of random alphabet soup.
I watch whatever because I've got YouTube, but I put YouTube on my TV because I'm always really like I always watch people's videos, but I like watch like if I'm going to sit down, I don't watch TV, I watch YouTube, and so but I always have my phone near to be able to like and comment because I just feel this overwhelming urge to be able to do that on everybody's video, but just because I feel like it's part of the creator thing. No, I feel like it's an unwritten rule or something.
Well,
wow.
if someone's put some effort, right? But also we can appreciate the effort that it takes.
Well, I think so. Yeah.
I like what metadata will often times push your content to what you're watching and then out to more audience and what they are watching. Right. So whatever we're watching on YouTube. Wow. Because I also watch everything.
Yeah, no, me too.
Everything on YouTube.
I know.
So,
What about Dora? She's saying she saw a video about only fangirls, and now that's all she gets recommended.
Oh no.
okay. This is why sometimes, when I used to go to the analytics, there's a place, if I remember, where they are telling you which video are suggesting your videos. And sometimes there's some random things that has nothing to do with your videos, your niche, that recommend. Could it be because we watch so many different things that, okay, that's a good thing. I didn't know that.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Do you? I think it just means that your videos, I mean, for me, I don't think it's a bad thing that I reach random people who may like meditation, who may not, may just want to watch. I don't know. I don't feel like, I suppose it depends on your channel.
You're doing meditation and suddenly they recommend the videos recommending your channel are mechanics, car, or I don't know. Exactly. Or people doing tricks on the motorbike and vroom.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
It's-
You know what? That's probably because you've had like a conversation, or it's heard someone in your lounge watching a TikTok video on like motorcycle stuff, you know, on the motorway or whatever. And next thing, your YouTube feed is like bringing that stuff up for you.
I know YouTube is a crazy place. I don't know. Every YouTube video I watch, I really not fix. God, it's so Spanish. I really focus on like thumbnails and titles and all these things. I'm like, oh my goodness, watch the video. Watch the video. And that's it.
I know. It's a burden, isn't it? It's the creator burden. That,
yes.
like, you know what? Oh my goodness. I actually find myself making comments about like filming techniques or something. And I just think, I literally just go, wow, that was really clever the way you did that. And just sometimes I think, I don't think I should say that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the person isn't wanting me to say.
Nice.
I really
and I think
like
sometimes if you commented on somebody's post, they'd really appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? I think they'd really appreciate it.
Because chances are that they've really worked on that and they're proud of it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
when ladies, I'm at 15% battery on my phone, which means that we've had a really good chat because I've got no
we've
battery.
had a great chat.
I've got 15%. So if I suddenly die off, you know where I've gone. I'm just like, if I go, that's it. I'm at 14. I'm all right.
No, that's amazing. We can leave on that high of, you know, if we watch Alphabet Soup, we get more Alphabet Soup, me and you, Marie, because we're not watching from another channel.
I'm going to clear my history now.
Yeah, the OnlyFans. So what?
Oh my goodness.
So Dora, what were you watching? Was it a documentary about an OnlyFans, a person who went rogue and did OnlyFans or something?
Do you know, I'm just going to say this actually. I was watching on something that a sports in the UK, a sports person who is basically a professional sports player had to do OnlyFans to keep himself afloat. And so this was a big thing that was I think it was on the UK news because I was watching something on YouTube. And so that kind of came up. I was watching about that and how interesting this poor person, well, not this poor person, he decided to do OnlyFans because it was a quick way to make money between his training and everything else he had to do. Is that what Dora says or not?
That's how much he wants it.
You know, he's suffering for his goals, that man.
Yeah. But the guy's a professional sports person in the UK. It was on This Morning. It was on some channel, and I was watching. I was like, wow, you know, I think it was on This Morning, and they're saying, wow, you know, it's a bit embarrassing that not embarrassing about OnlyFans, but it's embarrassing for that person and for the UK Sports Association or whoever they are, that this professional athlete has to go and make some more money on the side because as a professional athlete, he dedicates his life, but he actually has to he gets paid from them, but he gets paid so little that he can't survive. So yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You imagine if that was a female athlete, like this guy probably got like some admiration, like, oh, you go, boy, you know what I mean? Like
the woman would be like, what? Can you imagine?
It'd be like, you dirty little hussy.
It would be.
She would be SLUT shamed, wouldn't she? If she did that.
She would.
But if the guys do it, it's just kind of like, you know, oh wow, like it
was taken more. I think that's the thing is on the news. It was not on the news on This Morning. It was taken more seriously because he did it. And I think what you're saying is actually very true. Like how if it was a woman, how seriously would we be looking at the fact that the UK are not paying their athletes enough? Do you know what I mean? Or would we be looking just at the fact that she's doing
Do you know what? Yes, I think that you've hit the nail on the head there because I think that there's concern. Like if a guy is doing it, then, you know, all the sort of the elders in the sport and the community is concerned. Oh, is this what it's come to? Like a guy shouldn't have to do that. But if it was a woman, then, you know, people would be saying things just like, look, we're not here to condone that sort of thing. And you know what I mean? And hey, it would just be a bit of a different take, I'm guessing.
Different take, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Double standard. Exactly right, Kelly. Yeah. Yes, see, Reva, I roll. Exactly. Looking for ways to travel more. Options are always good. Yes. Well, Yeah, I know.
Okay, ladies, I'm going to have to love you and leave you all because I just think my phone's going to go and it's just going to go.
No,
I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
I think this is perfect time. Let's wrap up.
Yes.
And thank you,
Yeah.
Dora. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, Reva. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Really, really lovely time.
But thank you all.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Good night and have a good
Okay.
day.
Well,
Bye.
sleep well, Karen. Bye,
Yes.
everyone. Take care.
Go back to
Yeah,
sleep,
Mary.
Kelly.
See
All
you
right.
later.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Pernilla. Bye, everyone.